All right. So once again, I'm live, and it's an interesting day. A lot of things been going on, A lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of events. Everything is going on. I'm pretty much sure that people aren't paying attention to what's going on out here. So people really got to pay attention. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on, you're just going to be kind of assed out. Or you can be behind. You're going to be behind the eight ball, as they say, right? Now, I don't understand why you need to be behind the eight ball in 2020, but I mean, if you're behind in 2024, you're behind in 2020, now you're behind in 2024, right? There's no need to be behind these days. It's information. Um, and I don't think people need to really, be talking if they don't understand what's going on, right? So here we go. People don't understand what's going on. So, I was looking up some information. I always look up stuff, right? I just see. And, I was talking earlier today about, I got this massage parlor down the street on Lopan Turnpike. And I don't hardly see nobody out there, no cars in the parking lot, but it's a massage parlor. Asian people work there, right? Right. So they let me know that, hey, somebody making money, right? Somebody making money and ain't nothing funny, right? So everybody making money right now. Everybody making money. Unfortunately, right now, as they say, we can't make no money. Too stuck on crazy right now, I guess, I will say over the last couple of months, last month and a half, more people been eating, I always say is women crazy or are they crazy? I mean, the ones that, going for this Kamala Crane. They might be eating the shit out of this bird pussy or something, man. I don't know what the hell they got going on, man. But I know it's crazy, man. So, I really don't understand this thing. But I know people better get their stuff together. That's all I can tell you. Because it'll be a bumpy ride from here on out. From here to election day. And I don't think people are ready for this. But, hey, what's up, Dawson? Matter of fact, I got to put an article out on Texas. See Ken Paxton suing again. I read it earlier. He'll come back to me in a second. Also, RFK Jr. has been kicked off the ballot in New York. The Harris campaign wants him on the ballot in New York. They obliged and kicked him off the ballot. So RFK Jr. will not be on your ballot in New York City and New York State, people. He's been kicked off. So I get to it. Matter of fact, while I'm waiting on my buddy Chak and Frank, let's pull this up. Because there was a plane crash last week in Brazil. Now, I'm just saying, if a plane crashes in, well, there you go, Shaq. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well about yourself, man.
I'm doing all right, man. I'm putting up all the clown shows. As a matter of fact, Dawson, there's a link in your messenger if you want to join us for this brigade. But Dawson and Shaq, this is what I was telling you, Shaq, last week, and we had this talk. And we were talking about the Brazil plane crash. Well, since that Brazil plane crash has come out, 8 of the 68 people who died in Brazilian plane crash were cancer doctors on their way to a cancer and vaccine conference. So 8 of the doctors who died on that plane, 8 of the passengers were doctors. So that's just the way it is right there. 8 of the 68 people who died were doctors. So here you go. What's up, Frank?
What up, man?
Nothing much, just showing people how last week they had that plane crash in Brazil, and they said 8 of the 68 people who died were doctors
Mm.
on their way to a conference.
Mm.
So what did they know?
68. That number 68, baby. 68. Wasn't there some symbolism a couple weeks ago about the 68? 68, isn't that when King just got killed? The year?
Mm-hmm. And the Democratic National Convention as well.
These people, damn, man, these people pretty good, man.
But let me pull this up about this Texas Airbnb used as a migrant stash house and smuggler was arrested.
Now involving vacation rental properties. Homeland Security is warning of a really shocking trend they're seeing of Airbnbs being used as stash houses for human smuggling. It comes as agents busted a home in El Paso, arresting more than a dozen people there. News Nation's Allie Bradley is live in Del Rio, Texas, with more on this. Hey, Allie.
Yeah, hey, Marnie. So it started out as a really simple, really common way for us to book a vacation or a short-term rental, right? Well, now smugglers are exploiting these short-term rentals to hide their human cargo. And what we're looking at here, you just mentioned it, a bust in El Paso where Border Patrol and Texas DPS found 13 illegal immigrants being stashed in a home there. And yeah, the surprising part about all of this, it was an Airbnb rental turned stash house. So here's what we know. The property owner became pretty suspicious about this situation after noticing unusual activity and immediately contacted home.
I just wanted to say, y'all, Dawson is in the room too as well. So that's all right. There you go. I just want to say
Dawson in the
Hello,
building.
my good brothers. Hello.
What up, Dawson in the building?
What
yeah.
it do? What it do? What it don't?
Shaq, what up, man? What's
I'm
good?
just glad
Word, Frank. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad I won on that plane. That's all I got.
Man, who you telling?
Man.
Who we?
BJ repeated. What happened with the plane? My phone had went out, y'all. That's why it took me a
So
while to get in.
last week, last Friday or Thursday, they said a plane had crashed in Brazil, and I told Shaq, I'd like to know who was on that plane. With the word that came in, 8 of the 68 people were doctors on their way to a cancer vaccine conference. So there you go. What happened? You know, that's how you kill people in plane crashes. You know how they do it.
Ain't that the same similar situation happened with what
Kobe
those
Bryant,
doctors that was
Aaliyah.
them doctors that was that the Miss in Malaysia flight?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it works.
Your boy Dick Gregory said that plane was down in Diego.
Hey man, hey look man, wicked world baby. Now I want after this I got a comment on this stash house thing because I know a lot of people I know be getting these Airbnbs, to go on these trips. They say, we don't want to get no hotel. We want an Airbnb. Shit. I don't know which one you want to get because there's some crazy shit they doing. But hey, all par for the course.
Homeland Security investigations. Agents got there. They found 13 migrants from Mexico and Guatemala inside of that rental, confirming the owner's worst fears. Now, the trend of rental properties isn't necessarily new, and oftentimes those are a year-long lease. But in these short-term rentals, it's a little bit tougher because they cycle people through more quickly, and it is very difficult to prove that the actual homeowner is innocent and not involved in the criminal aspect here. So we talked with a former special agent with Homeland Security Investigations who tells us during his time looking into these crimes, a homeowner was generally unaware of what was taking place. Victor Avila blames the current administration's policies for the rise in stash houses and says that many individuals in these locations likely have criminal histories.
It could be a house, it could be a garage, it could be a hotel room, a motel room. It could be an apartment. It could be so many different types of locations. Sometimes we're talking about family units, and they will put so many people over capacity of a certain location with the most egregious of circumstances, with very little water, very little food, just enough to hold them there while they distribute them just like a product.
Okay, so HSI did provide a statement to News Nation underscoring their commitment to combating human smuggling. Jason T. Stevens, the acting special agent of HSI in El Paso, emphasized that the agency is determined to relentlessly pursue members of transnational criminal networks who exploit and endanger the lives of those they smuggle into the U.S., pointing out that human smugglers are motivated by greed and a lack of compassion. You heard Victor Avila there describing the conditions, saying that many times they don't often even have water, Marnie. So Border Patrol has also said that these stash houses are often overcrowded, they're unsanitary, and of course, they're unsafe, Marnie.
And Allie, how often are they being busted?
Yeah, I wish I could say once in a while, but it's happening on a near daily basis in the El Paso sector, which is where we saw this one incident really playing out with the 13 migrants. So since this fiscal year began, which was in October, Border Patrol agents in the El Paso sector have disrupted at least 234 stash houses. They have rescued more than 2,300 migrants. Airbnb is not alone here. In El Centro, agents recently arrested 17 individuals at a stash house. U.S. Border Patrol agents in El Paso, they disrupted a smuggling operation, a different one than the 13 we're talking about. This one was using apartments to stash 27 illegal immigrants. Now, as Victor was saying, stash houses can be just about anything. So while Avila was actually working within HSI, he says they referred to them, Arnie, as stash locations because they could be just about anything. It could be a room in a home, anything like that. Now, something important to note here is what is a stash house? Well, they're not isolated to the southern border. That's not the only place we're seeing them. They're littered throughout the United States because what happens is they start out crossing the border illegally. They end up being smuggled into one of these homes along the border. And then from there, until they get to their final destination, Marnie, they're moving from stash house to stash or stash location. And every step of the way, yes, unfortunately, they are on the hook to pay the cartel. So that is the reality of these stash houses. They can be anywhere throughout the United States.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation.
Well. That's a lot of information, Dawson. I gotta go to you. What you think about it?
So they done ran out of hotel space? That's my question. And they talking about human and sex trafficking is a big issue. So seem like that's what's going on to me. And them stash houses, is it children in there, women with sex trafficking? What they just saying stash house? I'm confused. I don't even know that.
All of the above, probably. Go ahead, Frank.
Shit. I ain't surprised, man. I ain't surprised, you know. I mean, But see, the thing is, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know, that's the thing. You know, I mean, that's gonna happen. That's my thing. You know, so it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just something else to talk about, and it to really to seem like to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans been bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? But the Democrats are the ones pushing policy for these people to come over here. You see what I'm saying? But see, they know damn well if Trump does get in, I know he will do something about it. You know what I'm saying? At least this. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just funny. Every time people goes against the agenda, they want to get on them, like they got on Robert Kennedy and shit. And they try to get on them for saying that they don't live in New York. And they try to take them off the ballot.
They kicked them on the ballot. They kicked them on the ballot. They just said, hell, you ain't running.
So something was going on with that. And then, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching Ann Coulter for the last 2 days. They try to get on her and try to say that she went. I mean, I know this is kind of my bad, off topic, but you know, that she went on a rant, a racist rant. But damn, dude, she's saying the same thing we saying about Kamala. How is that? Just because it's a white conservative, it's a racist rant? But then they try to pull that on. Who they try to pull that on? They try to pull that on Byron Donalds the other day. Stephanopoulos. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce. Wait a minute. Stay right there. You said racist going into okay, yeah, my bad. We'll
no, you good. No. You said racist rant. No, I'm gonna say something right now. Just to
can't say her name wrong. You can't say her name wrong. My bad.
Forget her name. Look, right now, Instagram, they got meeting. They trying to meet the Center for Counter Digital Hate is saying that women politicians are facing a lot of heat online. Instagram need to do something about it. They named Kamala Harris is one of them. Jasmine Crockett is another. Ocasio-Cortez is another one. And I forgot the other one. But anyway, they're saying women politicians are facing a lot of hate online and something need to be done about it. So what's the problem?
I ain't gonna lie. Ocasio-Cortez said some real stuff though. And on Dan Calloway, I don't like her. I can't stand her. But on Dan Calloway's little thing, she went in and she was basically, you know, exposing how the government, you know what I'm saying, gets kickbacks and bribes from lobbyists, and how the government they don't get in trouble for that. They don't get in trouble for carrying on the lobbyist agenda. You know what I mean? Once they get bought off and paid for, they don't get in trouble for none of that. She broke it down, man. That was good. I would give her that, but I don't. It's all just a cap. There ain't nobody messing with these damn women. They know, you know what that is? That's them saying that they don't have a lot of people don't like them. That's what that's saying. They're not popular. That's how I take it. How do you take it? You know what I'm saying? This is them. Basically, they're not popular. But why would they be popular? None of them do nothing for black people. None of them do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they do stuff for their base because they do something for the gays, the Jews, and the immigrants. Those three. So let me shut up. They do something for their base. Let me shut up. They just do nothing. They just don't do nothing for us. But I mean, having these stashing these people like that is not a surprise, man. So what is Texas gonna do about it? I know Abbott's there. You know what I'm saying? He better. You know what I mean? Like they talk about this tough on crime, but why is there no such thing as tough on immigration? Ooh, what's up with that? And crime has been down, and you know how many states crime is actually down in? But they keep those. They need to blow up those numbers and stats to keep our black asses in jail.
It ain't been reported for one thing.
You know what I'm saying? For these privatized prisons. But yeah, they stashing these people. I'm not surprised. Because and see the thing is, okay, the last thing, let me go before I land. You got to be careful. This is a Republican state they're doing this, right? And I'm sure they got Democrat pockets in Texas, right? But so you got to be careful because if see like a place like California, if Kamala gets in there, they're gonna subdue the state because the states don't got to go by what the federal, you know what I'm saying, say necessarily. But they might try to mess up their funding, right? And they might try to jeopardize it, try to threaten them with funding. But see, the thing is, if they don't do that, the states like California, they're already Democratic and liberal already as it is. They're going to go full throttle on what Kamala is trying to push, right? Now, if you get a Republican in there, or Kamala, they're trying to get on you and try to say it's hate speech for pronouncing their name wrong too. So, you know what I'm saying? So if a Republican gets in there, you see what I'm saying? It won't necessarily do too much for the Democratic states. All the Democratic states, which, you know, if they'll probably just try to defy what the Republicans. So, I mean, you're worst off. But I mean, it's crazy because this is a Republican state, and that's was this what pocket? What county of this was it in Texas?
El Paso.
You know what county? El Paso. So what is that? What is that? Yeah, I know Dawson and Chak know. Is that what kind of demographic is that? It's Mexican, right? A lot of
Yeah,
Mexicans in El Paso or no? See,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah. El Paso.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's going like towards west. Y'all out your way. El
That's going
Paso
more
is
towards
going west. It's like
Arizona. Right.
that hook end of Texas going toward Arizona. Yeah. It's that
Gotcha.
little small edge hook end. Yeah.
And it's crazy because Arizona's Republican too. So is Vegas. So is Nevada. Very interesting. That's some inside shit though, dude. They got in there. Somebody's working with these people to get these people. So all those Republican states. To come on, no, no, no. 3 Republican states, right? No.
Yep.
Motherfucker pass through 3 or however many. Because I know Mexico's right there too. So you're gonna pass through 2 or 1 Republican. I don't know. It's a stage, dude. This is like some. I'm not saying stage. I know it's real, but they got them in there. That's some inside shit, dude. They did what they can to get them motherfuckers in that stash spot. You know what I mean? But I just want to. I'm just. This is my new one. We making up. It's called telephone immigration. That's the new one. Not telephone crime. That's bullshit. The crime has been down for 20-some years.
Well, Frank, anything to get everybody to stop talking about Trump and Elon that broke the Twitter space, the internet, with over 1 billion people who tuned in. So that's all this is, deflection.
All right, Shaq, what you got? I don't know, he might be off on mute, whatever, but I will say Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sues General Motors for illegally harvesting and selling drivers' private data to corporate giants, including insurance companies. This on the Gateway Pundit. He has filed a lawsuit alleging that the automotive giant engaged in deceptive and lawful business practice by collecting and selling private driving data from over 1.5 million Texans without their knowledge or consent. The lawsuit follows Paxton's announcement in June 2024 that he launched an investigation into several car manufacturers suspected of improperly harvesting vast amounts of data directly from vehicles. The findings have been alarming, revealing a disturbing trend among companies leveraging invasive technologies to exploit unsuspecting consumers. Yeah, I can get this on the Gateway Pundit, but that is very concerning, though. But actually, hey, the guy Comey told you're all under surveillance, so that just proved the point. What they said. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I mean, it's like down here. The parents talking about this next week going to school. They gotta have clear book bags going to school. I'm like, some of them didn't know. I'm like, well, how you don't know that? That's been out. But then they talking about putting 13 speed cameras in Richmond City, and basically they're gonna put them in school zones. So you speed the thing, take a picture of your license plate, and they mail you a speeding violation in the mail. So, I mean, this driving privacy thing been going on. It's just how far do you want to go with it, and then if you don't stop it here, then it goes to everything. It might be you just get a camera, just walk out your neighborhood and drive in the street. So where did the bus stop at? But it's good he put a lawsuit on it. So hey, it's good. Good, that's good.
He got Facebook and Google and all them social media platforms for doing the same thing. They just won it's one of the biggest, the largest suits or something against Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta hey look, gotta go after these companies. They going rogue. They going way over the job. That's what they're doing. So I would say that's very, very bad what they're doing. But hey, that's good. That's good to get on these companies for their um I would say
Well,
how can
well,
I put it?
what about this, BJ? What if they he's suing or did he win the lawsuit? Okay.
Well, they say he's suing.
Uh,
They didn't say he won.
okay. That may be giving us some leverage for like them raising up our vehicle insurance and homeowner insurance because if they don't have that data, like putting these things in the cars, He just said GM. I mean, I do have a GMC. Because I don't know, did y'all hear how they raise your rates? Because they know you speeding and going fast. And then they had the drones going over people's homes and whatever right. They was either dropping you from the insurance. If they didn't drop you, they shot your insurance up like they did on my house, $12,000 a year. Yeah. For part of my roof that Liberty Mutual did not fix. My own homeowner insurance company. So just saying that probably could be leverage we could use.
That's a good point. Shaq, what do you think about this? Or Shaq, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What do you think about them illegally harvesting people's drivers' data?
Hold on. You said releasing driver data.
Yeah,
What's going on?
with these General Motors, it ain't really just General Motors. Probably a lot of these companies, it ain't just General Motors. That's just going out, but it's more than one probably doing this because what they're doing, they're going after the driver's data and harvesting data. Insurance companies doing it too. 1.5 million Texans, basically privacy was breached. It's probably more than that actually, but they just said 1.5 million.
Yeah, nobody. Let me see.
Famous. All right, Frank, you can respond to you want to.
You're talking about the driver. So, and this data is to what? What is this data? What's the point of doing this?
It's based. Well, I mean, you
control,
understand
right?
it, so
control. So control shit.
No.
So and then who? And then this is who's trying to push this, implement this shit?
This General Motors.
Oh, GM's trying to do it. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the people should that's some, and then so they want surveillance. This shit, man. The people should sue these motherfuckers, man. What kind of shit, weird shit is that?
Well, that's what he's doing. The Attorney General of Texas. That's what he's doing. Ken Paxton.
Yeah, that's some weirdo shit, man. See, the thing is, look, the reason why I think these motherfucking companies and corporations feel comfortable doing this because this is one big corporation, this fucking country, and then two, they know that they fucking what's the name? The politicians gonna do their bid anyway. They paying them to, you know what I'm saying? So they feel boldened, just like the government feels emboldened to do stuff to us every day. And then they know too, they ain't gonna be too much kickback from us or pushback too much from us. Well, certain ones, some of us, the masses, they just let Kamala Harris. They ain't tripping off the fact that we didn't even vote for Kamala Harris. We didn't say I want her in there. Neither did Joe Biden. They just pushed these motherfuckers right on through. So how does she have the same amount damn near as Joe Biden the delegates? Did they give her Joe Biden's delegates? How weird is that? We don't even let her. There was no runoff. There was no election. There was no her debating nobody. So they just fucking.
Well, actually, Frank, not to interrupt you. From what I heard with Naomi Wolf, she said what they did is illegal. It's totally illegal. And I'm hearing there may be something come out about this at the Democratic National Convention or Biden is supposed to say something. It's something going on because Merrick Garland is now trying to go after Joe Biden with the Romania stuff, but I heard that may also implicate Gay Obama too, because vice presidents really don't have no power, right? So my point, I'm just trying to segue in it. They're trying to slowly, and that's why I say local politics matter. Where they say, "Oh, vote no matter." I mean, I'm in Texas, so I see what's going on. I see what they doing. So if they harvesting your data like that without your permission, I don't think that's right because I'm telling you, they're using that to raise car insurance prices and home insurance prices.
That makes sense and shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Makes
go
sense.
look up the article how they was having drones fly over people's homes, and they was either kicking them off their home on the insurance companies, or they was raising it up real high like mine. And Liberty Mutual, I pay my bill with them faithfully, and they tried to jack mine up 12,000 a year on the roof that they did not fix.
These corporations getting bold, man. They bold, man. They know that these, they know what's the name, back them up. They know
They
that
need checks and balances.
there's no checks and balances at all. But see, just like what he said in that movie, Distinguished Gentleman, you funded both sides. What shit gets done? Nothing gets done. That's the whole point. We can tell these motherfuckers that the masses that, because the masses already have trust and belief. Shit, look at how people are really getting into your comment section on Facebook or wherever the fuck social media shit you use, and they're really coming with their emotions because you saying fuck Kamala Harris. It's really interesting, and there's other black people too.
Oh my
I haven't
God.
seen any other race. Other black people.
Okay.
And I can see if it wasn't.
Mad.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dude, and it's funny because we don't support each other on our posts. Damn, you're so intelligent. That was a good analysis. Damn, you're doing this for charitable donation. Damn. Oh, you have a YouTube channel. Oh shit, I'm gonna check you out. It's just negativity. Motherfuckers don't support. Motherfuckers don't, see what the fuck you doing in the community or you know what I'm saying, or society.
I've been there, done there. You can't. I know, Frank.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. I was at the basketball camp, I think about 2 weekends ago, and the guy, Deron, he was like, "Yeah,
come on, man,
said, yeah,
damn it,
donation, whatever." He said, "That's good, BJ, man." He said, "I wish we had about 100 more of you." He was like, he was living all his life, he just said it's hard to give people support what you want, but they want to support what they want. And it's kind of like same thing with this, thing right here, what this woman right here, what I'm about to get to. As a matter of fact, let me get to her right now, because I want y'all to read this. I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, before you say that real quick, why look at this. So this is how stupid people are, right? How dumb motherfuckers are. Motherfuckers complain about poverty, being poor, high prices, high food prices at the grocery stores, at the pump, but you donating to the elite. You're giving to rich people, bro. Shouldn't the rich people be giving you something, dude? So you're voting to a millionaire, a multi-millionaire Kamala Harris campaign. You know what I'm saying? She's rich. It's like, but see, that makes sense because black people are already used to that because we're already used to giving the church all our fucking money.
Exactly.
I had a homie.
Dang, Frank, you took my thunder. You sure right. You took my thunder when you said the church.
I had a homie's mom donate $15,000 to a church, bro. $15,000. She was only like $15,000.
What?
Bro. We be doing something's wrong with us, dude. Black people.
It's a cult. No, Frank. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's people don't understand that their church and religion, that is a cult. If you're homeless, she probably got kids too.
She does. Older kids.
My point exactly.
And grandkids.
You're gonna tie to the church when you're homeless?
That's crazy, dude. And they be homeless. They don't be having shit.
The money that you got, it ain't to get you an apartment to have you somewhere to live or stay, or rent a home. It's to give it to the church. But didn't Jesus, BJ, get ready, pull a Bible out, pull out the verse. Didn't Jesus turn over the tables in the temple when he saw money being exchanged? I'm just saying, for the so-called Christians who may be listening. Then he flipped the tables when he saw money being exchanged. But we giving $15,000 to the church.
Dude, these motherfuckers, man. They don't have.
Go ahead with your Bible verse.
These churches don't be having no black agenda or nothing, dude. Like, that's crazy.
They
man.
50, Frank. They 501c3s that started under George W. Bush. Okay.
That tax exempt status, right? And a Republican did that.
Give me money and shut up. That's it, man. Give your money, and then, matter of fact, if you stop coming, we won't even bury your grandma. That's how they gonna handle it. Don't
These
worry about
motherfuckers. Well, you right. That's right, Dawson. That's a good perspective. It's just a cult. You know what I'm saying? And then look how they use it. They look at how other the Muslims don't do it. The Catholics don't do it. Why are all these other? Why are we the only? Why is the Christian, black, whatever, evangelist, Baptist, wherever the fuck? Why is that the only group that pushes politics in the fucking church? What the fuck is up with that? That's some weird. I never seen no weird shit like that before in my life. Muslims don't do it. The motherfucking Creed people don't do it. The motherfucking Mormons don't do that shit. As weird as them motherfuckers are, but yet we do it. The churches do it. Like, see, that's the enemy. Look, this is the prerequisites of the enemy, the traitors. You either push politics or you push for Israel. You one of the two, or immigration, something like that. One of the three. Those are the three prerequisites. If you for those three, then you're a traitor. You're a traitor, straight up.
I got the Bible verse right here. Matthew 21, 12 through 14. Jesus went straight to the temple and threw out everyone who had set up shop buying and selling. He kicked over the tables and of loan sharks and the stalls of those merchants. He quoted the text. My house was designated a house of prayer. You made it a hangout for thieves. Now there was room for the blind and crippled to get in. They came to Jesus and he healed them. That's Matthew 21, 12 through 14. So Dawson, another scripture. It's another scripture for the books. Hey, Christian, I hope you're listening. If you're not, it's okay. Maybe you learned something in Sunday school. I'm sorry, man. I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, Dawson, this is church right here. Don't worry about going to church on Sunday, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to be TD Jakes, no way, trust me. But speaking of church, for the Center for Countering Digital Hate. So they say Instagram has failed to remove toxic comments directed at Vice President Kamala Harris and other leading female politicians, according to research for the Center for Countering Digital Hate. The report on Wednesday was based on an analysis of 560,000 comments on Instagram posts from 5 Republican and 5 Democratic women volunteers with levels of high engagement. CCDH CEO Ayman Arad, I'm coming to him in a minute, told reported that because so much attention now Elon Musk X, there's a perception that Instagram has become a platform that people feel safe using. Instagram has failed to remove toxic comments directed at Vice President Kamala Harris and other leading female politicians from his app as the 2024 election years. Pay attention. According to research from the Center for Countering Digital Hate, the nonprofit advocacy group is analyzing large internet platforms to see if they're properly managing their sites for hate speech. Their report on Wednesday was based on analysis of 560,000 comments on Instagram posts from 5 Republican and Democratic women with high levels of engagement. The politicians the group tracked included Harris, Democratic non-president, Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat in New York, Jasmine Crockett, Democrat in Texas, as well as Republican House members Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia and Lauren Boebert from Colorado. Okay, the comments between January 1st and June 7th, the researchers identified more than 20,000 toxic comments, basically, that were Google's Perspective AI content moderation. This tell you this by AI now. So they're telling you this ain't people, this AI doing this. The researchers then conducted a manual analysis of discovered over 1,000 comments that clearly breach the terms of Instagram. So, yeah. So that goes to show you that by us making these comments on these esteemed women politicians who are just so great, you are now being tracked by the Center for Countering Digital Hate. That ain't good, but it is what it is, though. Cat's out the bag. The Center for Countering Digital Hate. Crazy stuff, how they got all this stuff out there, right? And they just told you, we're a non-profit advocacy group. They letting you know who they are. They don't care, right? Very interesting. What y'all think about that one? They really don't care. They just gonna tell you we doing what we want, the hell we want to do. That's speaking of that. That's why Bloomberg donated all that money. Keep your damn mouth shut. Don't talk about redoing. They say they're gonna. Hey Frank, Bloomberg said they're gonna rob Gaza blind. They said, yeah, just keep your damn mouth shut. Don't talk about
it. You know, the media don't go up, they don't say that to the dictators. You feel me? No. The media is a problem. 80% of the problem is the media. You feel what I'm saying? As far as because they put all this bullshit information out. You know. They're talking about and culture system a racist rant, but aren't so-called black people saying the same thing about come on? So how is it racist when she says something about because she's white, a white conservative? Like, dude, miss me with that. Now I see what the media be doing, bro. Now I'm starting to really see, like, okay, when it comes down to certain people, how they do certain people. Just like the dude, the Democrat, the Stephanopoulos, whatever, Stephanopoulos, whatever, George,
yeah,
whatever.
I know about him, George Stephanopoulos. I know about him.
He said some shit to Byron Donald the other day. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know Byron Donald was another dude that never calls white people out. That's another thing. That's anyway. But Byron Donald was in the right. He was like, yeah, man, she's not for the, you know what I mean? This and that. She's not, you know, and he was just like, yeah, you know, come out. And he said her name a certain way. Why you say her name like, you saying her name like that? That could be, that's like seen as rape.
Stephanopoulos, CIA.
Wow.
CIA.
Yeah.
CIA.
They're CIA. But you know what? There you go. My bad. How did I forget about Operation Mockingbird? So what's his name? Anderson Pooper Scooper. He's CIA. Who's the other dude? Ted Koppel. Walter Cronkite. Excuse me, Walter Cronkite. He was big time CIA. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, the government is in the media. You feel what I'm saying? But see, that's why we should all them 3-letter agencies. We should. But see, that's what the Chevron deference was talking about. Was getting rid of the motherfuckers. But yeah, you see, and see, look, this is how you know these politicians take from. See, what they'll do is they'll see what was happening, and then they'll take talking points from or plans from what's already happened. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Chevron, the Chevron deference says something about getting rid of the 3-letter agencies, right? And now in 2025, they're talking about getting rid of a couple of 3-letter agencies. It's like these people. That's why I mean the dude trying to say, trying to get all, 2025 they talk about this and that and this and that, but the powers that be, well, nigga, if the powers that be is already doing it, then why are you even on my post commenting that shit?
Time out, man.
Why are we talking about this? The powers that be are going to do it.
Post. I saw that.
I clowned. I clowned.
I know. It was kind of funny because he said, "I'm not for neither," but he said that, but I don't want that for nobody. I'm like, what are you talking about? I look at the post. He keep on talking about Project 2025, Project 2025. I'm like, oh my God, man! Look here, man. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. These 2025 people really starting to get kind of like a thorn in your hand. As a matter of fact, last week I had a thorn in my damn finger. I had to get that motherfucker out. Look.
Yeah, people don't never support your post. They don't never support, you know what I mean? Oh, you gotta pay. Okay, I'm a child. Yeah, I like what you're doing. You seem like an intelligent guy or girl. It's just always some negative shit.
Something different. I'm telling you what to do. Take it from me. Post a picture, Ice Spice, a sexy red, and see how many likes you get. Post a picture.
I know.
Some intelligent right behind it, and see how many likes you get. That's how you find out who the fuck. Are you dealing with clowns? Are you dealing with intelligence? Okay, I'm asking. Okay,
right.
But what, BJ? But how is that fair? Jasmine Crocker went on national TV and called Trump a fool.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, why isn't the Center for Counter and Digital Hate saying something to her then? See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she looked like a fool, man. I mean, I'm not all in the hair and like a beauty and all that shit. But from a guy, it looks like her. That shit just looks like she's not none of it's natural, man. It's like, damn, bro, you damn, man. Everything on you's fake and shit, man. That shit look weird, man.
Jasmine,
you know what I'm saying? When the white girl says something about it and shit, it's a big deal and shit. But just because the black women they want to live, the black women want to live vicariously through her and they want to praise her and shit. You're not Jasmine Crocker. You're not motherfucking Kamala Harris. Just because they supposedly so-called black and they're fucking females don't have nothing to do with your whole regular ass.
But Frank, I mean, everyone, we keep forgetting regarding. Remember they took that like button away. No, the
Yep.
dislike button away when
Yep.
Kamala went on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Pay attention. We always got to study history.
Hey.
Yeah, huh?
Well, I'm gonna show you the CEO of the. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you the CEO of the Center for Countering Digital Hate. I think this is him. Matter of fact, it is him.
Some fucking Arab, huh? Interesting.
Well, look, disinformation is an absolutely critical cog, and the information ecosystem is such a critical cog in so many other aspects of us.
Now, how the hell now look, they got static in my thing now. All right. Oh, no, y'all ain't getting away, though.
Right, all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? You see that, right? You see that, right? But y'all ain't getting away. No, you ain't getting away. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to beat you tonight. All right, let's just do this the hard way. Because you ain't getting away from me tonight. I've been waiting for this moment. All right, so let's do it this way.
Well, look, disinformation is an absolutely critical cog.
Well, damn. Even got static on the phone. Maybe it's not that. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. But this is the CEO right here. His name is Imran Ahmed.
Some Arab.
Yep. You see that, right? But that's him. Basically. That's Center for Countering Digital Hate. And they talk about, but you know what? Since his thing messing up, let me pull her up because there was a lot of protests going on in the EU. Kim Iverson. I mean, y'all can look up Kim Iverson. She's always put out good information.
Just what we thought would actually happen with governments pumping money into the tech companies to surveil us over COVID misinformation. Well, what we feared would happen is now happening. The companies didn't shut down now that the pandemic's over. Oh, no, that never happens. No, they've instead moved on to surveil us for anything else the government doesn't like. And now in the UK, hundreds of people have been arrested over social media posts that these tech misinformation companies have analyzed and flagged. Let me show you Bonnie Spofforth. She is a 55-year-old woman in the UK. She's been flagged as the source of the recent riots and protests. Show her picture. There we go. So this is Bonnie. So she has been flagged as the source of the recent riots and protests across the UK. What caused the riots was 3 young girls were stabbed in a dance class. And Bonnie made a post on social media that said, quote, Ali al-Shakati was the suspect. He was an asylum seeker who came to the UK by boat last year and was on an MI6 watch list. If this is true, then all hell is about to break loose, end quote. Well, it wasn't true, but hell did break loose. Now, according to Alex Rubinstein over at Active Measures, Bonnie's post was flagged by a tech misinformation company called Logically, which was given £1.5 million by the UK government during the COVID pandemic to develop better tech to help analyze and flag COVID misinformation posts. And now they're using that same tech to target people for what they consider to be hate speech. Now watch the police actually arrest a guy for a Facebook post.
But you can commit hate crimes on black people and it's okay.
We'll get to it here.
The enforcement cycle sentence is unavoidable.
Times 20 to 3, 1440, arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network. Under Section 127 of the Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say that may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, supplementary later or in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being arrested.
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
So you got to the police station.
Right.
You, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets,
I've got my keys. No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of Decent and Relevant Acts.
Right.
That's for dangerous items.
You said I was going to be arrested under some what information? But I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's.
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well, we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Hopefully not.
So you made a post on Facebook that was offensive or obscene, and now you're being arrested for a Facebook post. This is what's happening in the UK. Here is an official talking about how they have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media to look for this type of material. And of course, they're using that tech that they developed during COVID. Watch this.
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth. So it's a really, really serious. People might think they're not doing anything harmful. They are, and the consequences will be visited upon them.
They also said that they're going to go after you no matter where you are in the world. One of the officials said that, well, okay, maybe a lot of stuff is happening overseas and the people aren't in the UK, but we're going to come after you. So if you make one of these social media posts and you eventually think it would be cool to go visit London, think again. They might meet you at the airport with an arrest, with some police officers saying, you remember back in 2024 when you made that Facebook post? Yeah.
So I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of that. That's very concerning, but that also goes into that Center for Counter Digital Hate online. You know how they looking at your posts, stalking to see what you post, blocking you. See, that's right. That's over in the UK right now. But don't worry about it, because they're gonna try to do this thing all over now. Don't worry about that. Don't. Hey, look, this is how far these people done gone. I mean, no. Let me take that back. Not people. I need to call out who they really are. The synagogue of Satan. I gotta call out who they are. See, these people are not they ain't playing fair no more. I told you it's 2024 and they about to turn this thing on like an incinerator. They about to cut the grill full on. No charcoal. Just gasoline. They coming on hard with this thing. So, Frank, kind of crazy, isn't it, man? Crazy. I would just say it's wild, to say the least. Well, she's making a point. Dawson, I think she might be on to something here.
Yep.
I'm gonna say she on to something because they are really, really trying to crack down on these people on this thing with this counter digital hate thing. Now,
yeah, I just saw they talking about. Well, did y'all hear the threat? That they gave Elon for warning him not to bring Trump on. If they bring Trump on, they was gonna go after him. Did y'all hear that in the UK?
Yeah, I heard about it. Mm-hmm.
And then they did the DDoS attack to mess up the Twitter spaces in the system. They wouldn't let people in. So how is that coincides with our Constitution? You mean to tell me, like she just said, you post something on Facebook about the UK, you go over there and they arrest you in London. I'm not a citizen of London. See, this is why I see what's going on. I see why our AG Ken Paxton is suing these companies, and I see why the Supreme Court is allowing things to come back to the states. I see why, which I've been saying this for the longest, they need to get rid of those teachers' unions and the Department of Education. So I see why Trump and them are pushing it now. The government is rogue now, y'all. They rogue. They are rogue. They rogue. How would our government, why the government didn't even step in for Elon? Well, we know why.
They are outsourcing our oppression, Dawson. The guy said facts at Dawson. UK was behind it. Social credit score government. Eric Wright, that is exactly right. This is a social credit score government.
He's right.
Right on the money. Right on the money. And if you didn't think this was bizarre, world, as you say, Rashawn Green, well, wait till you find out what Ms. Kamala Harris doing, how they changing the ads on Google and on these websites to give her favorability. They're doing all types of tricks. You know, editing things out, putting things here, there, and everywhere. By the way, AKs, college is back in session. Freshmen went back to school last week, and I don't know. It is what it is, you know. Everybody's happy. So I come by the HBCUs, I better be hearing a lot of ski. Nah, I don't really want to hear it, to be honest with you. I'm just joking. But at the same time, you know, she better say ski and not know, hey girl. That's what she said, right? Hey, she said, hey girl. I tell you, I need to find out what this woman pledged. I need to find out what happened. Okay? Because I heard no AKs that went to school with Kamala Harris say they went to school with Kamala Harris. Man. I'm just sorry. I ain't seen one yet. So, I'm just saying, man. Where are they, man?
That lady spent most of her life in Canada. That's another thing they not bringing up.
Hey, man. my buddy Rashawn Green.
So when you see how she lied talking about, I was one, that lady lies. She lied. I mean, this lady ain't got nothing on Pinocchio. She has nothing on Pinocchio. Nothing. This lady just lied. No, think about it. She grew up most of her life in school in Canada. You came to America when you was like 17 or 18. You so-called, you went to Howard University. But how, you saying that? So how was you a part of Joe Biden fighting against busing? How were you one of those students that was affected if you was living in Canada? Pay attention.
You know, well, to me, that one, that's a good point you made. The only problem is, if you say you was affected by busing, then why you become the damn vice president then? That's what you told me.
Yeah, wouldn't you be like, fuck this country? That's a good point, man. These motherfuckers be lying and shit, dude. What do you have to prove to this country at that point?
Had a baby by Nanny. Did he not want to have a baby by you?
Oh, Doug, when he slept with the nanny.
Yeah.
Doug scoring everybody else, getting everybody else pregnant, but you.
Ain't that
the box probably whacked though. You know what I mean? Something's going on with something, man. He might be a dyke.
Wait. She a dyke. She a lesbo. Exactly.
She don't never wear no dresses. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
She's a lesbo.
Well, wait a minute, Frank. I gotta correct you on that one. For Montel Williams and Willie Brown, she wore dresses. I give that one, but otherwise, I ain't see it.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was playing on both sides of the team. So.
Well, remember Montel Williams had a picture with her and another woman now. Remember that?
Right.
So remember the two women. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris be getting some facial surgery too, because you look at some of these pictures. Either hey, I'm just saying.
It look like she bleached her skin too.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
She look a little lighter.
Mm-hmm.
When she was, you don't get lighter over the years. It doesn't work like that.
But
unless you've been in jail or something, other than that, you don't get lighter. It doesn't work like that.
Well, let's pull up what Miss Harris been doing behind the scenes.
Hit the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever Walls campaign again.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you, man. You breaking it down, man.
It is amazing how unbelievably corrupt the DNC is. And I'm talking about corrupt in plain sight. And you have a good half of the population who pretends as if they don't see it. Because this stuff is so in your face. It's so obvious. It's so clear. It's so apparent that if you don't see it by now, it's literally because you don't want to. It's literally because you don't want to. I just got done with a live stream, and that's why you should be subscribed to the channel if you're not already, because we do really good live streams over here as well, where I just got done talking about the lawfare that was waged against RFK Jr. in New York, to which the Democrats were successfully able to remove him off the ballot. Now, he is going to appeal the decision. I hope that he wins it, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But the same lawfare that they levied against Donald Trump to remove him from off the ballots across America is the same lawfare that they're using successfully right now against RFK Jr. They're doing it right now successfully against him. And as discussed in the live stream and per what came out of his mouth, because we played about a 7-minute clip of him discussing it, currently today, RFK Jr. has paid $10 million in legal defense fees. $10 million in legal defense fees fighting against the DNC, not the RNC, fighting against the DNC. The people who swear up and down they're trying to protect democracy and preserve democracy. Unbelievable. If you don't see it, you just don't want to. You're caught up in your emotions and your feelings, and you just want to believe whatever it is that you want to believe, but you're literally believing in a lie. So let's get into this article here. It reads, Kamala Harris campaign team is editing news headlines on ads in her favor without outlets' knowledge, report reads. Let's get into this article here, man. And I'll make sure to link this in the description box below afterwards. And I'll link also the original report that was reported by Axios in the description box below. But this article reads as such. Vice President Kamala Harris campaign team has been quietly editing news headlines in Google search ads to make it seem like major news outlets are on her side, according to a report. The altered headlines appearing on Google's ads and paired with a paid for by Harris, let's rewind that, take two. The altered headlines appearing on Google ads and paired with a paid for by Harris for President banner were changed without the news outlet's knowledge, Axios reported Tuesday. Nearly a dozen publishers were swept up in the hoax headline campaign, including major companies like The Guardian, Reuters, CBS News, and the Associated Press and PBS. Even smaller publications like the Dakota's W Day Radio also saw their headlines change. So they even hit the small market media outlets as well. The ads include links to real articles from news outlets, but the headlines and deceptive text had been edited to cast a supportive light on a 59-year-old presidential hopeful. Now, here's what's interesting about this, because I was listening to somebody speak on this earlier. From my understanding, when you're running these Google ads, if you, just regular everyday Joe Schmoes like me, running Google ads, if we attempted to do this, where you alter an actual news headline while linking it to the actual, news article that you're supposed to be referencing, Google ads will automatically kick it. They'll disregard it. They won't let you run that ad, from what I've heard. If you try that, regular folks like you and me try this, it'll boot. It'll just boot. It'll boot your ad out. Can't do that by default, automatically. No, try again. So why isn't that happening for Harris? That's the real question. If that holds true, and let me know if you all have run Google ads before, any of you who have businesses and whatnot, or maybe you might have run for, ran a campaign yourself, right? Maybe city council or something like that. Let me know if that's true in the comment section below. From my understanding, you can't do that. Google's supposed to automatically kick the article.
So what he basically saying is they're altering news ads, they're doing all types of shenanigans right now. You know that. Basically, what? Give you a good perception of Ms. Harris. See how they getting with this thing now? Deceptive. Very deceptive.
And these are ads or news story that they altering, or both?
Both.
Wow.
The ads, they connected to the news story.
I got it now. I got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And but they're not really supposed to do that, but they're doing it. I think Brother Rashawn is saying right here, he had just had this conversation with his dad before the stream. He's starting to see now. I think he said his dad had been fighting him with information since 2016 on this stuff. I told him, well, that's good. The light will come eventually. Let me take that back. Hopefully it comes, because some people still in doubt. So I got to make that distinction. But the light, comment that song called the light switch got to go off sometime. If it don't, hey, it is what it is. Or it goes out completely. And the only problem is, if the light go out on you, you ain't changed no bulb. Sorry. So, the elevator gonna have to go to the top sometime. Hate to say it, but that's a big thing with Sean Green, because a lot of people, family, friends, and stuff is falling out. As I said weeks ago, when they ran Kamala, it was about to be, oh my God, we got a woman, Ricky Smiley. Oh my God, y'all don't support her. What would your mother say? What do you mean my mother say? My mother dead, fool. As a matter of fact, why are you so worried about it? What would your mama say? One of them comedians had that.
Yeah, that's disrespectful to say what your mama would. That you don't know people, right? People, mama dead. People get sensitive when. These people sick, man. But what did Malcolm X say about what they give you? They give you the comedians and the celebrities and them to get you to tell you. They used all of them about politics. They don't do that to no other race of people.
Basketball players, football players now too. As a matter of fact,
right.
Matter of fact, they say Colin Kaepernick been offered a job to come back as a coach for the LA Chargers. Boy, I'm like, God damn. Like, fuck, man. This guy, he said he's still been training.
Can't make this stuff up.
But speaking of can't make stuff up, got a Frank going to him right now. I got to go to him. I hate to do this, but see, y'all thought this thing was just celebrity. See, y'all treat the politician as celebrity. Y'all got a politician that's running that's a governor of the state of Maryland. Can you believe it? And he's on who? Vlad TV.
Funny as hell, dude. You talking about what's his name?
All right, here we go. Today we have Maryland's current governor, Wes Moore, who happens to be Maryland's first ever black governor and third black person to ever be elected as governor of any U.S. state, who some people say is a potential future president. Governor Wes Moore, welcome to Vlad TV.
Vlad, it's good to see you, man. This is an honor.
What the hell is with this black
Likewise, I heard you're a Vlad TV viewer as well.
I am. Who's the first of everything, though? What are they talking about? Who was the first of everything? So, see, when they say that, then see, they try to really make it seem like, that's they want you to live vicariously to these motherfuckers and jump for joy because these motherfuckers are the first something, supposedly. But we were the first of everything before they stole all this bullshit, right? We taught them how to wipe their ass, right? So I mean, that's why I don't get caught up into that bullshit of too. Well, we're the first, and then this and that. There's some symbology, right? The first black president with no Obama, right? Mixed president, excuse me. And then what I'm saying, the first Indian, whatever this lady is, I don't even really know which she is.
Yeah, they not even us. Exactly.
Get it right.
Yeah,
Pakistani
gay
Indian.
bomber. Well, they did get that right. Joan Rivers got that right. Come on, cut it out. We already know Obama's the first gay president, and Michelle is a tranny, a transgender. Poe Joan was dead in 2 months.
Damn, that's how it
I know,
goes.
why would she say that, huh? Like, she was still a journalist, and she said that, man.
Hey.
It's like, why was that the only journalist to say something like that?
And she became
and come on, everybody know it's true. Because if y'all the president of the United States, you supposed to be so-called the first lady. I said so-called, but you're a man, Michael, aka Michelle. Okay, let's just clarify that. Then why ain't no lawsuits been come up? Why that ain't out there in the disinformation?
Lawsuit from a lawyer now. Be specific, because they studied law now. Okay?
All of them are lawyers.
Right, and they know the law. So yeah, why haven't all these people been rounded up for defamation of character, for all that, for the million? It's up to $2 million or $5 million too. If y'all can find a picture of Michael Obama pregnant.
Damn, dang, man.
So everybody know it's true. Come on now, people would have gotten sued or reprimanded for calling Mike and Obama gay bomber.
well, look, they did say they had a baby through IVF.
Okay, BJ, the record is already out there.
I know.
That Michael switched to Michelle in 08, and then Gay Bomber. I posted his real foreign ID while y'all was on Trump about Gay Bomber birth certificate. And I posted that last year, June of 2023, and Instagram banned me earlier this year for 4 months because they said I posted something sexually explicit. So me posting Gay Bomber foreign ID is sexually explicit. Okay. All right.
Then they try to hit you with the sexual.
I can show you. It says sexually explicit, and I had to pull up the photo. It got Gay Bomber face on there saying he's a foreigner for his student ID. Yes.
What does any of that got to do with sexual? You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are sick.
Exactly.
They're trying to get something to stick on you. Something that can stick.
And wouldn't allow me to appeal it. Wouldn't even allow me to appeal it. I still can't go live on Insta BITCH.
There you go. Well, look, we got another fraud right here. This guy, who is a former White House fellow under George Bush, worked with Condoleezza Rice, by the way. Oh, yes. Former Republican, now Democrat of Maryland, he got pictures with Kamala Harris, too. He's trying to run president one day. He's making up a whole lot of stuff. Also worked under with who? Frank Harvey Weinstein. Yes, this guy right here. Might be funny. Michael Obama's daughters or whatever. One of them interned for who? Harvey Weinstein. Pay attention to who these people connected to. Yeah, right. This guy right here. Yes, him.
Yeah, that's why when I first heard I was coming here, I knew I had to actually get a nice tie out.
Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. What's actually interesting before we get into your story, because I actually looked it up in terms of other black governors in the U.S. The first actual black governor was Pinckney Benton Stewart Pinchback, who I guess was the first governor for 35 days after the actual governor got impeached.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so I'm a descendant of Pinchback. So it's but and it's wild because I think that when people hear that there really have only been a handful of folks, and to your point, if you look at who's been elected only 3 people have actually been elected by their state's population to serve as governor. You know, it was Governor Wilder in Virginia. It was Governor Patrick in Massachusetts, and now me in Maryland. And, you know, and people look at it where, you know, it says a lot, right? It says a lot about the journey of this country that in the, you know, hundreds of years of this country, only 3 people, African-Americans, have been elected chief executives of their state. But, you know, I remember the morning of my inauguration, I was very intentional, where we started down at the Annapolis docks. And Annapolis is a state capital for Maryland. And it also, the Annapolis docks down there was one of the first and largest slave ports in this country. And I intentionally wanted to start down there, where we did a prayer to the ancestors, and we did a wreath laying. And then my family and hundreds of other people from all walks of life, then we marched to the State House, where I was sworn in.
That's the governor of Maryland. The one I told you about that went on Vlad TV.
The governor of Maryland. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
all right.
Yeah. By the way, he doing some stuff right now, because that worker that died in that heat wave last week. But matter of fact, he ain't done nothing about that bridge, by the way. Just putting it out there.
In as the 63rd governor. And, and I told people that the reason I wanted to start that way is because I wanted to honor our history. And I wanted to acknowledge that our history has been uneven and incomplete in this country. But despite all of that, we still make progress as long as we choose to make progress. And so it's an honor when people say, you're the first Black governor in the history of the state of Maryland. But I'm also very clear that that's not the assignment. And, I'm here to fulfill the assignment.
Well, I also want to point out, now that Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee, there's never been a Black female governor in the U.S. ever.
I mean, what we're seeing right now, and why this becomes so important, I think why people are energized is it is an acknowledgement that so much of our past has been littered with inequities, where opportunities have felt very arbitrary or miserly. And I think the thing we're seeing, both with the energy around the vice president, but also the energy that we saw when, during our race, was that they wanted people who did not just, want to be the first at something, but people who really had a vision for how you were planning on impacting the lives of the people that you're serving. And so the thing that I really respect about the way the vice president is handling this right now, and why I'm so excited for her, I'm not excited because she's going to make history. I'm excited because I believe in her vision for the future. And that's the reason that I'm all in for.
Well, I want to get your whole story, since you've never been here before.
Yeah.
So your parents, your mom was actually a media professional. Yeah. And your father was a broadcast news journalist.
Yeah.
What's interesting, though, when I look back on your history, is that your great-grandfather was actually ran out of town by the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, literally. Oh. And not even just ran out of town, literally ran out of the country, where they were living in South Carolina. And he was a minister, but he was a very vocal minister. He was one of these ministers that didn't just preach the word of God, but he reminded people on earth that they needed to act accordingly. And that did not make him very popular.
All right. Look here, man. Look. Hold this shit up. Here we go with that church stuff again. All right. God damn. I got to get the Bible out. I don't know how to do it just yet. Here we go again with this nonsense again. But I told you he got pictures with Miss Harris. So matter of fact, this guy came here to Henrico County, about 15 minutes down the road, to campaign for 2 people running for, I think, Democratic senator or some position out there. He came here. I was like, what the hell you down here? Take your ass back up to Maryland, bro. The fuck? Anybody call you? Well, somebody called you. But he was here. Oh, yeah. Right about 7 months ago, something like that. Maybe 8 months ago. Yeah, he was here. But, yeah, I mean, this is the guy. He on Vlad TV. I had a governor on Vlad TV. You know this got to be some crazy world reality we living in right now with this bullshit.
In all circles, and literally, he started getting threats from the Klan. And one night, after those threats became very physical and violent, he picked up his family and they left. And they didn't just leave South Carolina; they went back to Jamaica. And much of my family always said that they would never come back to this country, and much of my family did not. I still have a lot of family in Jamaica.
Now, he just told you his family went back to where? Jamaica. Wait a minute. Hey, come on, man. Oh my God. You telling you basically this boy is Jamaican. Hey, wait a minute,
These
man.
filthy vermin.
This boy is Jamaican, man. Hey, yeah.
We get played, bro. We get paid. These motherfuckers continue to get paid, bro. It ain't. It's not even a laughing matter. It's like, damn, you gotta grin and say, damn, they got me again, cuz. You gotta say, damn, they got me again.
Hey, look, let me pull him up. Cause look, man. Now, who else claiming to be a Jamaican? He keep mentioning Kamala Harris, right? Hey, Dawson, does the apple fall too far from the tree? This clown. I'm like, come on, man. Here we go.
We don't have, we do not have representation. We keep saying that, bro. We understand now. We don't really have representation in government like it's supposed to be, bro. So we're gonna continue getting played, bro, because it's gonna be people that look like you, but they ain't really you. Ain't really from you.
Now,
Well, they're gonna continue winning that game.
He also hosted Beyond Belief on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Graduated with Johns Hopkins. Now check this out. His mother is a daughter of immigrants from
So
Cuba.
he Jamaican, BJ?
His mother is a daughter of immigrants from Cuba and Jamaica.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go. They never
There you
fail.
go.
They got you
There you go.
again. Gotcha. Still getting these anchor babies tethered.
So their
Got you
interest,
again.
their interest is never going to be our interest, bro. They'll mention slavery. They'll
That's
mention
why
all the
he's
atrocities that they
governor.
know we went through, but they're not going to do shit to change it, bro. They're not going to put nothing in. They're not going to do nothing.
But I think it's a lie, Shaq, because remember, when did immigration start happening in America? After the civil rights era.
Yep.
So how was your grandfather ran out of the country of the United States at this time? Y'all weren't even allowed in here. These people just lie.
We lying. No Jamaicans want to come up into this motherfucker and say, "You're right." That's her after civil rights. You ain't lost.
After the civil rights bill. So how was your grandfather ran out of here?
Now, I think his daddy, I think is American, but his mother is from Cuban and Jamaican immigrants. So this boy, now wait a minute. Now this boy basically lied on Darren Muhammad's whole family now.
Oh, you breaking up?
So just want to point that out. But this guy is a big time con artist.
What you mean?
Okay, it's like this. Basically, Darren got a nephew in prison. He used that story of his nephew that's in prison to prop himself up and wrote a book called The Other Westmore. Both of them got the same name, but he used the name Street Cred. That's why you see this boy on this goddamn thing, and that's why you see him on Vlad TV trying to prop himself up.
But one thing I would say about certain Caribbeans, in the early stages, maybe like you said, different wars, like you said, the Seminole Wars and different Indian wars, people were going to those islands though. A lot of people from Canada, Alwakans and shit, did go down into those Caribbeans in South and Central America though. So I would say that add that to the caveat to that.
Well, I'm gonna give this clown about 2 more minutes. I'm gonna because he's framing himself every time I look.
But my grandfather, he was always determined to come back to this country where he said this is where I was born. I laugh and say in all of his humility, he said this country would be incomplete without him. So he came back here. He went to Lincoln University, which is an HBCU over in Pennsylvania. And eventually he became a minister like his father. So my grandfather was also a minister.
There you go, right there.
And the same threats that came to my great grandfather.
That's how a lot of these things
started coming to my grandfather when he became.
People need to know this. That's very key. See, it's three ways. It's a couple of ways how people come back into how come into the country. You just say through the ministry, through work visas, through the military, and through like college. Those are the four how these damn foreigners get back into get into this country. And that's been the same plot how they get them in here and put them in certain areas, and you thinking these people are black, but they really don't identify black. They only identify black when it comes to these social programs, bro. And they hide up under that shit until we have interviews when they really come out and really tell what they real background is, and you be like, damn, what? Because if you're dirt poor down in Jamaica, wasn't no job down in Jamaica in the Caribbean. So how the hell did you get to North America? Cuba, how the hell did you get to North America?
And this boy went to Johns Hopkins University and some prestigious schools too now. I'm just pointing out there. And he's a Rhodes Scholar. Ding, ding.
There you go. Handpicked.
There you go.
Handpicked.
There you go. Hand selected.
Yeah, handpicked, baby.
I'll tell you. He gonna tell you about himself. Oh yeah, he gonna tell you.
The first black minister. But I always respected him because he stuck and he never left. And he just devoted his life to God and to family and to community. And despite the threats that came his way, he worked to make this country better. And so I always say he had a thick Jamaican accent his whole life, but he's maybe the most patriotic American that I've ever met.
Oh, look at him,
Your
Shaq.
dad
Shaq,
actually
look
died
at
in front
him.
of
He
you.
don't look like us. I'm looking at this fool. He ain't us. He ain't of our descent. You can tell.
I can just tell you what his background is, bro. Father came in through the ministry. Dude, the first
that's different.
How they was converting people was through Christianity, bro. How they was converting these slave people that was like different Indian wars we was going through. And once you get captured, bro, you have no rights. And that ain't got nothing to do with no white person, no damn European. That's just how it is. Once you're in war and you get captured, you have no rights. You are what your captors say you are. Enslavers say you are. So a lot of these Europeans, what they don't tell people, we did have so-called black or Indian slavery. That's what the slavery was, more of.
That's true.
And a lot of Europeans that was coming over here, businessmen or whatever, they was inheriting the slaves that was already enslaved through these different Indian wars and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they ain't telling people. See, they just tell you these white people just came over and just bullbogus us and just put niggas in slavery. No, people was already going through that. They just came over and amplified it and took it to a new level. You know what I mean? The people need to tell the damn truth.
So how was his grandfather and great grandfather so-called revolutionaries? Why? If they came through the ministry, we know the ministry make you lie. We know the ministry make you docile. So how was they revolutionaries? These people just and they don't know how to lie.
Same as Marcus Garvey.
That's how you know, and that's how you know they ain't one of us. I can tell you one thing to know about us, and I'm not talking about everybody, but y'all, we do got the ability to make a lie to sound like it's true. They lies just it's like fictitious and fairy tale Tinkerbell La La Land. God, no.
Hey, look, Dawson. Hey, I'm gonna say this. He pulled a smooth criminal game on them people in Maryland because they rode this boy coattail the wild. They get mad when Darren Muhammad even talk about this boy and read it. They ever want to fight Darren Muhammad talk about this boy.
Oh, really?
But see, you got to realize a lot of people don't notice how this stuff was and how they be able to get mixed into us. So the untrained ear can't pick this apart and say, damn, the untrained ear, it sounds like a perfect sob story. Sounds like a perfect American story, a perfect American triumph story.
Did he just tell you that?
But you got to ask them. But what did you do for Jamaica though? What did they do for Jamaica when they got here?
Oh shit, nothing.
Okay.
Not a damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were 3 years old, it was from a very rare but treatable virus.
That's
and
right.
I guess he didn't get the health care that he needed, and ultimately he passed away.
Yeah, he was. No, I always say it's one of the first memories that I have was actually literally watching him collapse down the stairs. And so one of the first memories I have was watching the healthcare system fail. Because he actually went to the hospital earlier, and he was complaining about his throat, that something was going on. He's having difficulty swallowing. And even when my mom showed up to the hospital to come check on him, they asked her questions like, is your husband prone to exaggeration? And he was released from the hospital with the instructions to go home and get some rest. And there was a lot of assumptions about, how he was dressed, and he was unshaven and his clothes were disheveled. So there were a lot of assumptions that were made about him that I know had he looked different, those assumptions wouldn't have been made.
What the hell is this show with me?
And hours
what the
later,
hell is he talking about? I
he
take care of
collapsed and
homeless
died in front of us.
goddamn
And
patients,
we
and they
found out
get
that
the
he
help.
died from something called
BJ, get this shit off here. This shit making me mad. Whoever is training him and Obama, little Kamala bitch ass, they doing a horrible job. Why they didn't hire Obama training? Why they didn't hire the man who hired Obama, who taught him how to hide being gay and faking like he black? Why they didn't hire him? I mean, Gay Obama was a little more trained than them.
And you know what?
The healthcare system failed him because how he was dressed. I take care of homeless people in the hospital all the time. What is he talking about?
That's a good point.
You can't deny certain people certain treatment. The hospital can get in trouble for that.
Right.
Now,
The healthcare system failed my grandfather, but what the hell are you doing about the healthcare system in Baltimore?
I wonder what year was this?
Look at him, just foreign all in the face. Just foreign, coon looking. Them features. All on him. You can tell him. See, the Bible told us about sheaves and wolves' clothing. But the so-called Christians who
like his name could be Ubuntu or something.
Yeah, he look like Ubuntu. Yeah, Ndugu. Ndugu. He's saying Jamaican. That must make us some African in them too. We don't look like that. We don't look like that. Our culture people don't look like that. Look at this. Look right there. Just look at that nose and that little mouth area, right? And that head ain't. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
No, you good. No. I want to say this. He do support universal basic income now. I want you to know that. So be clear. That's why he's bringing this dumb shit up. And when he mentioned here Rhodes Scholar, he also mentioned Pete Buttigieg and stuff. As a matter of fact, that mayor, not him, the mayor of Baltimore, they had a meeting. I think about about 5 years ago, and I think they had a party. A lot of Jewish guys at the party, and they had two guys there. As a matter of fact, Pete Buttigieg had a fundraiser or something like that. I think it was in Maryland, and they only had two black people going. One of them was the mayor of Baltimore named Brandon Scott, and the other one was a woman. So you hang around Pete Buttigieg and them. I think I know what you are if you hang around them. Because you ain't hanging around them for no reason, buddy. Not you, but I'm talking about your mayor that was on TV that said, I'm not a DEI mayor. Yeah, him. And then Nancy Pelosi came to see you too. As a matter of fact, Nancy Pelosi probably came to see this week since she's been in Baltimore promoting that book. Maybe she needs to promote more Alcohol Anonymous. She's been drinking a lot.
Exactly. Or Botox Anonymous.
But this is the clown. I just wanted to show y'all the one that was on Vlad TV. His name is Wes Moore. And he's also going to be running for president soon. And he's He's close. He's right down in the beltway with Miss Harris. Right. So, hey man.
What you mean running for president, BJ? He trying to run for president?
This guy been on the news. This guy trying to run for president sooner or later. Oh yes.
Really?
Yeah, you think?
Let me guess.
Governor Maryland.
He's a Democrat?
Yeah, he's a Democrat. And he was a Republican now. He was a Republican. He also was in the George Bush administration. I'm just putting it out there. He worked with Condoleezza Rice now.
Well, we know how them Bushes got down. That was just another sheer as a demon crack. Him and his daddy, George P. Bush. Go look up their history.
Yo, I know about that.
Look at Prescott.
And LBJ, who took JFK out. Yeah, I said it. They took JFK out. George Prescott Bush. All of them was a part of it. They took MLK out. They took MLK Jr. out. They took Malcolm X out. And they took Medgar Evers out. That's why I made that post. Y'all going after Trump. Shame on y'all, you so-called Christians. These are the same people that tried to take them out. Pay attention.
These so-called Christians. Now, I want to say something about you. Oh, well, you know what, Miss Crockett, I'm going to say you for now. I'm not getting on you. You know what, I'll let you go tonight, Miss Crockett, because you already, the center for digital hate. We ain't got to go at Miss Crockett right now. Besides, I might not want to look at that hairdo no way. You know what I'm saying, though? So you told me she got a bad stylist. Matter of fact, maybe
BJ, y'all be surprised. I know somebody real close to me that trained this girl who helped her get elected, who helped her get from her brother. And he is so ashamed of her. He says she's doing the total opposite. I'm not going to name drop of what he taught her to do. The total opposite. But he said, he said she thought horn and coaching out there in DC. She just starting and throwing it out there too. Anybody who want it.
Dang. Well, the good thing
but
is,
she was not. If I show y'all the pictures of how when she looked when she was running, see, and how she look now, that's how you know them altered egos, these Sasha's fists, these demonic, demented spirits. I ain't talking about no damn devil. They change you. They change you. You notice that hair ain't never right, that face and that makeup, because you've morphed into something who you ain't no more. Who are you? And don't think that can't happen. Y'all done seen.
Kamala ain't talking about nothing.
We done seen Men in Black. We done seen The Matrix. You say what, Frank?
No. Damn, that's the Matrix. Right. And they were telling us all those movies.
We don't pay attention in the movies. We don't pay the movies tell it. The CIA now run the news media in the movies. They have to put it in your face so the karma won't come back on them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Come on, y'all look that up.
I heard that the CIA, that they in order for certain movies to get released, they have to go through the CIA.
Correct.
Why you think they push these slave movies and these Holocaust movies? Bam. Those two movies, the main movies they push. Slave movies.
So Frank, before the trans stuff got real big, didn't they put out Get Out? Then they hit you again with the movie Us. This is all produced by Jordan.
I'll go further than that. I'll go in the 90s.
Go ahead.
The Crying Game. Ooh, Ben was telling you about that shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Crying Game.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's so how easily we forget. See, that's the thing. They know that, and see, the thing is, that's why TikTok is blowing up. That's why I think more people probably be on TikTok than YouTube now. Because they are.
Yeah, they are down YouTube.
These shorts. TikTok. Literally shorts. Get it? Short attention span. You see what I'm saying? Your attention span is so short, you don't want to watch an hour, 38 minutes of King BJ.
That's why they switched to the shorts.
You don't want to watch that shit. You want to watch fucking 15 seconds, a minute or some bullshit of these motherfuckers talking that bullshit, whatever they're talking. You see what I'm saying?
And people get over you all day, every day.
I don't think
they will get over you all day, every day.
I think grown people should be able to watch
nigga again. That's what I want to do. I want to listen to Ricky Smiley call me a nigga again, like these claims.
That motherfucker, dude. Look, but see, he wore a dress. enough said.
That's what I said. I told Shaq that earlier. Or you,
We
BJ.
think
I
alike.
say, remember,
We think
Cat
alike.
Williams said. Cat Williams said he put on that dress.
That's
Y'all
enough
remember
said.
when Cat Williams went on Bussy Show?
Enough said.
And he talk
Damn.
about that was enough said. That's you don't listen to nobody like that.
And that's not the first movie he wore. He wore a dress in a couple movies, dude. He didn't wear a dress.
Yeah, that wasn't just the first one. Yeah.
Shows, games. He's a weirdo, man. And there's rumors to do that he was zesty himself. So that's the thing, you know what I'm saying?
But I think he been. I think he been. When I first saw Ricky Smiley, to me it felt like he was playing on the other team too. I mean, but you know, he say I guess he was on both teams because he had kids, and then, you know,
well,
if he could pick what side of the team he want to play on. I never sensed that vibe that Ricky Smiley was like just a man. That's me personally, and I'm not being funny. I'm just going on my woman's intuition.
He a weirdo.
Even in person, seeing him in comedy in person down here in Houston, always gay vibes somewhere to me with him.
Plies is weird. Is a has been. Plies. When's the last time you heard a fucking song from Plies? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck else is DL Hughley? What the fuck is he doing? Just talking shit, trolling everybody. Where's his career going?
He trolling everybody. He don't even.
You know
he don't even look the same no more. Is he dealing with something too?
He looks sick. That's what I'm saying.
He looks very sick. Exactly, Frank. Go look at how DL Hughley looked on Kings of Comedy. How DL Hughley looked way before.
Right.
You know, even doing his comedy days on Comic View and all that, he looked very nice and healthy. Now he looks sick.
And look how he's so full of shit.
Withering away.
See, he was actual blood. See, a lot of people don't know he was a blood. He was a blood gangster. He was a blood out here in California. I think San Diego, LA, no, in Compton, I think. He was a blood, right? In his younger days. So you go from, you know what I'm saying, you gangbanging and shit, then you turn your life around, you got a career, you're a comedian, you know, I salute you, you know what I'm saying, I respect it. But then how do you go from that? Just like a lot of these niggas, I'm in LA, I mean, I'm in California, I'm fucking 30 minutes from LA. I know a lot of these niggas, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas they be caping for Kamala. And I gotta tell a nigga, I don't give a fuck where you from, how big you are, what kind of reputation you're from. I have to look at you man to man and tell you face to face. Why the fuck would you vote for her? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? See what it, you know what it be? I mean, I couldn't see her. I couldn't see her do it. You know what I'm saying? But there are California legislators that has done certain things and help as far as these certain things with so these overturning some of these cases and stuff for these criminals. Some of these Democrats have help. I ain't gonna lie. I'm here in California. I can't lie. But Kamala is not one of them. So I just can't. I guess these motherfuckers are voting for the party. I'm not a voting for the party type motherfucker. I can't do it. If you're the one that's supposed to be, look, if you're the one that's supposed to be in power, fuck the other. If I'm a Democrat, fuck the other Democrats. I'm focused on you. I don't like your policies. I don't like what the fuck you stand for. You literally discriminate. This is discrimination right now. I don't know why. If she does get into office, I don't see why we can't file a class action lawsuit against this bitch. You know what I'm saying that she's not going to do nothing for black people. That's discrimination. That's discrimination. What if she told the Mexicans that? What if she told the Mexicans, hey, I'm cooking some shit. I'm cooking some tacos at you know, I'm at the taco truck right now. You know how fucking embarrassing that would be, how fucking insulting that would be. She telling
or
motherfuckers
tamales.
She cooking greens in the bathtub. She cooking greens in the fucking bathtub, right?
I don't know if y'all can see that.
Insulting as a motherfucker.
Wow.
You know what if she told the Jews I'm cooking matzo balls in my basement? You know what I'm saying?
Well, look,
you know how insulting and racist that. But imagine if she told the Jews, I'm not doing that specifically. I'm not doing that for Jews. Boom. For one, her political career would be over.
I'm gonna give you some history on Kamala right now, bro. Here we go, right here. Fiscal year 2023.
Rashard, you laugh.
There were $20 billion in AAPI federal contracts, 6.4 billion AAPI. That's Asian American Pacific Islander. 26.4 billion total. 6.4 billion allocated to them. That's a 44% increase for small businesses. They were awarded 20 billion in contracts specifically to the AIPI community. Yes, specifically, not no people, yes, them, yes, them, yes. And in 2022, they were awarded $17.3 billion in government contract specifically to the AAPI community. So Ms. Harris does do for her Asian friends. So that's how you break down Ms. Harris in a nutshell. I mean, that's how it goes. Now, I got two big stuff to talk about right quick. And I want to bring this down, show you. And then I'm going to get this AI clone thing and I'm going to be out of here. But I want to play this for you. This might be a nurse question right here. I don't know how it's happening, but I do know. But I let nurses talk about this issue.
Health Organization says cancer cases are on the rise around the world, and medical professionals in Canada are seeing it firsthand.
We certainly have more and more people walking in through our doors every year.
And the numbers are expected to continue rising. The WHO is predicting 35 million new cancer cases will be detected in the year 2050. That's a 77% increase from the estimated 20 million cases in 2022.
I think we have a wonderful cancer ecosystem within Ontario and within Canada, but certainly we need to do more to invest in it to ensure that we can meet the demands of this rising cancer burden.
Lower income countries are expected to see the biggest proportional increases. But even in Western countries like Canada, where mortality rates are dropping, experts say there's a lot more work to do when it comes to prevention.
We know that a lot of the cancers are caused by commercial tobacco use, alcohol, obesity. And we're really right now only starting to have an impact on tobacco control, for example. But there's so much more to do.
Cancer researchers say doing more is their main focus right now.
We've derived a lot of deep understanding about why cancer develops and how it progresses. And now we want to be able to invest all of that talent and really now focusing it on prevention, because we really are at a watershed moment.
As researchers say, now is the time to take this global crisis seriously in order to turn the tide. Joe Scarpelli.
Well, as you heard right there for yourself, cancer cases will rise 77% by 2050. That ain't me. That's them telling you. That's not me. That's them. Is there? I want to say is there a doctor in the house, but I don't.
Radiation poison, bro. That's cause radiation, bro. They introduced like, and I'm glad Trump talked about that too. He talked about the energy and talked about what's my name? But he was like it cost. He was like it take more. It costs more. It take more energy for this damn electric shit.
Well, Dawson. Do you? What is going on with cancer research? This isn't good.
Yeah. First of all, how can they predict the rise of that? I know how they can predict the rise of that. Everybody that lined up from that, that needle to the arm. That's how they can predict that. They see. Well, I'm telling y'all how data works when we dealing in science and research, right? Because Methodist also was a big research hospital, believe it or not. Okay, not just like MD Anderson or Texas Children. So they look at previous data, they look at previous statistics, right? So it's like almost looking like at a line graph. So if you steady seeing that line graph going up and you don't see that line graph either going flat or like plateaued, and you look at the mortality since the needles to the arms, that's how they can kind of make their predicament. So I see why they saying the rate. And what is she talking about? Preventative. Ma'am, they tell women to get mammograms. Preventative. They tell us to get pap smear. Preventative. They tell men to get their prostate checks. Preventative, right? They tell you to get a colonoscopy. So what preventative is she talking about? So that's just wait, y'all. Watch, they gonna come out with some type of test you can take to detect and see if you got cancer or not, and watch how all them false positives come out. Some of them may be positive, some may be born from the needle to the arm. But watch, it's gonna be another way just to make some money. Watch. Just watch. Oh, by the way, BJ, pull up this a good video. They got a company out here. They use no radiations. I saw it on Cheddar TV, something like that, called a body scan. And I remember body scan years ago because clients in the hospital who were claustrophobic, like severely claustrophobic, we used to have to go send them out to get like 4 body scans. That is really the best way to detect any disease or cancer in your family. But guess what? A lot of the companies, some of them, the insurance wouldn't even cover it. So now what people are doing now is just paying $2,500 or whatever to get a body scan. Why don't you promote that? No, because Big Pharma is finna capitalize again. So be careful, everybody.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna look at that company in a second. I had pulled up 2 things. Because I'm gonna look at that company in a second. But I had pulled up something that me and you were talking about the other day. And you were talking, I know you've been talking to kids and talking about education. And this going on all around the country. It just happened to come up in the bottom feed. So they must be paying attention to what we're talking to. So I said, you know what, forget it. It came up in the search bar on the other side. So it came up more than a third of new Texas teachers hired last year were uncertified, which I told you early this morning. I was telling you what, a lot of teachers been getting hired from where? Staffing companies.
Staffing agencies.
So it says right here, more than a third of new Texas teachers hired last year were uncertified.
Uncertified teachers in Texas schools is detrimental to student learning, student safety, and teacher morale.
As the Texas House Public Education Committee delves into day 2 of its sweeping interim hearings, state lawmakers put their focus on teacher certifications, or lack thereof. For the last few years, uncertified teachers have been a sort of stopgap to address ongoing teacher shortages across the state.
Over a third of the 49,000 newly hired teachers last year did not have a teaching certificate. That's over 16,600 uncertified teachers.
Numbers from the Texas Education Agency show that's an all-time high, but those uncertified teachers can lead to a subpar education. They have lower retention rates than certified teachers, and they tend to lead to lower performance among students.
Is it an impact on the education system, on our schools? Quick answer is yes.
Ken Zarafis is president of Education Austin, the AISD Teachers Union.
But it's a crisis that was designed by the legislature, by our governor, and to defund public education.
Democrats say the answer is clear. Make the teaching profession a desirable one by increasing pay.
We always say, well, throwing money at the job does not help. Yes, it does. People have to live.
Republicans have pushed for other options.
If somebody's going to be teaching my kid math, I would have a preference for somebody who went to college and got a degree in mathematics, as opposed to somebody who went to college and studied education for 4 years.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the...
All right, let me spend about 3 minutes on that, because you know what? School coming back next week, and we did mention this, and what did I say? Who is teaching these children? Can you let me know who teaching these kids? I just need to know. This is bad, man. I mean,
Well, let me touch on this. Somebody who ran a whole nonprofit for 5 years. I have to be biased between a lot of what they saying with certified teachers. Why do I say that? Charter schools has been doing this for years. Did y'all hear what I just said? Charter schools.
Of course
Go
they
look
have.
it up. Go look it up. When we start going after KIP for wrongdoing what they were doing, we found out that a charter school only have to have like only a certain amount of, I'm talking about a small number. I'm going to just go with maybe 10 to 15 certified teachers. The rest could be uncertified. Now, it was a teacher named Ms. Woke, good African sister. She was one of the top performing teachers at KIP. Did you hear what I just said? All her students, she strived for nothing but the best with them. They couldn't make no C. That was unacceptable. Really, she pushed them to make A's, right? Every state test that them kids took, whoever took her class, they either got meets or masters on the state test. Not certified. She was not certified. Okay? That's not true what they saying about the TA with HISD. HISD, my friend just got hired at HISD, where the TA took over, Houston Independent School District. They told him he has 1 year to get certified. Now, when before the state took over HISD, HISD had a whole bunch of teachers that weren't certified. So schools will let you in and teach and not be certified, but they may tell you, okay, you need to get certified in 1 year, 2 years. They had teachers at HISD that hadn't been certified in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and the district let that go by. So could I say certified, non-certified, make a difference? Maybe it depends. So if I take about a school district here in Pearland, Alvin ISD, which everybody is certified, I'll be honest. A lot of people got, it's leadership. It's leadership, the right form of direction, everybody being on the same page, the same curriculum, no matter what school you go to. So when they say that, y'all don't focus on that. Those are just talking points. Because we know why HISD was being taken over by the state, because y'all had schools feeling like that look like me and everybody else on this panel. Let's be clear about that. Damn the money. The school, let me tell y'all about this money. Don't get caught up by teachers not being paid. That's up to the schools. If the schools are not paying the teachers a lot of money, that's on the school. I tell you what, HISD got taken over by the TEA. They paying their principals and teachers top dollar. I just don't like the lies. I don't like the lies. And I said, we ran a nonprofit. A lot of them teachers, some of my teachers were certified. Some of them was just college students. Why did our kids go from C's, D's, and F's to A, B on the road? That's why I'm an advocate of school choice, getting rid of the Department of Education and killing off and getting rid of teachers unions.
Well, I got a good thing to say about this, because when they say uncertified, to me, I was looking at it, are they really just running this as a gamut? Because to me, the propaganda they're using, I ain't worried about the certification nonsense. Right? I want to know, is you use this as a propaganda because you want to be more than people to be with Teach for America, or better yet, do you want these people to be, I don't know, let's say, go along with the program that you run? Because when they said the money, I'm like, well, you know, back when I was coming up, teachers were coming to class and teaching because they love teaching. It wasn't about the money.
There you go, BJ. You got it.
Do, right?
There you go.
When they talk about money, that sounds like government propaganda to throw money. Let's put more money in it. Let's give you more money. Well, guess what? I'm going to be dead on with you. I know a lady that's substitute teacher. She already told me, shoot, she'd be teaching the students just as much as the regular teacher, because the regular teacher say these kids put her brain in overdrive. Well, then you need to quit then.
Why are you teaching? Why are you teaching?
If your brain
and some of them get into it for the wrong thing. Oh, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher. Then they don't know how to deal with kids' personalities, right? They don't, or they in the generation where it's just the me generation. No, ma'am, you would now, even if you ain't got kids, you a mother now. If you a teacher, you are a mother now. You are a grandmother now. If you're not a teacher, and we want to talk about money. But what about students who are homeschooled by their parents who not certified teachers and graduating at 14, 15 years old, then go off to colleges and getting doctorate degrees by 17, 18, 19 years old? Pay attention.
I'm gonna tell you some wild shit too. And another thing, just switching it out to the teachers. I'm sorry, I gotta call this out. Maybe y'all get mad with me. I gotta say it. Look, please, can you stop? Basically, I know everybody like to put the Instagram photos and all that with their Facebook, but when you accept your students' friend request now, and you out there on the cruise, drop it like it's hot. Hey, look, I'm just telling you, because these young boys and girls, unfortunately now, they gonna holler at a teacher in a minute too. They want some of the nookie too. Okay? It ain't just dad coming to the school trying to holler at you more. Sometimes it's the kids too. I hate to say it, man. But if they on your Instagram photo and you dropping it, dancing sexy red and Meg the stallion, hey man, the student might try to, get a piece of their Kit Kat bar too. I'm just saying. That's just the way it is.
So a lot of these teachers, that's a good point, BJ, because we see a lot of teachers, especially here in Texas and other states, get caught messing with students. So are they really in it for kids to learn? Or they in it for something else? Because remember, there was a time when we was in school, they wouldn't hire a younger teacher to teach. I'm talking about when I was in school. That wasn't too long ago because I graduated high school in 2000. They wouldn't allow younger teachers to teach middle and high school students just because of that temptation, the sexual content, you know, conduit of it, which it did happen because some of those young teachers was, screwing a lot of the football and basketball players at our high school.
We had one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be down. Not only that, shoot, we had to have. Matter of fact, football player bought the woman a teacher a Jaguar. Yeah. I know about.
Remember the one that gave the Hispanic guy got the white lady pregnant with 2 kids, and she was married already with what 3, 4 kids. She went to jail, came out of jail, did 13 years, came back and married the Hispanic guy, and had another kid.
Hey Dawson, I'm gonna say this. It's a wild world.
They don't seem like to me they in it for learning. They in it for that ping or I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Look, I told you, if you go by school at the right time of day, you don't know if the teacher is working at a nightclub, or in a nightclub, or you don't know the teacher. Because I'd be like, dang.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I done had teachers that taught me in middle school. I'm talking about men. Soon as I couldn't even turn 18 and grown up, they was trying to holler at me. And I said, well, dang, this is why my teacher always had me fixing and decorating the board in the classroom.
Look here. Remember seeing your classmates leaving in car with people other than their parents?
Of course.
That's what Rashawn Green said. He said, Miss Johnson, I see you. So, hey, it's always been some hanky panky. That's why I said it ain't just daddy coming to school trying to catch him a teacher no more.
Come on now.
Sometimes it might be son or grandson. Hey, and the crazy thing about it, some of these teachers ain't nothing 22 years old. If your
That's
child,
what I'm saying. They used to didn't allow that. Yeah, they used to didn't allow that. Those teachers that young teach middle and high school.
Let me say something before I get to the next topic. I didn't really start seeing younger teachers until like my 11th and 12th grade year of high school. Mostly all the teachers I ever had was at least over 40, at least. And then maybe about 2002, 2003, it started to change. You had one. Matter of fact, this one was pregnant the whole time for the most part. She had to miss like, I think 2 months or something because she was pregnant. Matter of fact, she went to Virginia State. I think she might have been 24 or 25. She had twins, but I mean, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you didn't see the younger ones come out until then. But then again, this was right when the Bush administration came in. What was that policy called? I think you remember, No Child Left Behind. Well, guess what,
And
guys?
that's when it started, BJ. When all that came in with them state standards, you are absolutely right.
And look, No Child Left Behind. And guess what? Everybody got left behind. Hey, we had guys.
Boy, they pimp slap us every time.
We had guys that was
words can't spell.
School with me that failed 4 times. They didn't care how many times you failed. If you were 24 years old past 12th grade, that's what you had to do. No, fuck that. Now everybody passing, regardless of whether you don't know shit, you can pass.
Kids in the 9th grade reading on the 3rd grade level. We at the high school advocating for the kids to, man. Y'all just only if y'all
I know about it. And look, not only that, they letting them pass. And the crazy thing about it, why did they do it? Oh, I think Barack Obama told you. Remember when they kept on talking about, we want to make sure all our schools are accredited. Well, why you getting accredited? They not passing. This ain't cool. This is highway robbery, man.
And Gay Obama could have got rid of No Child Left Behind. Guess what? He did one ever and slapped you in the face too. Every Student Succeed Act. The same thing. But that Gay Obama, baby, y'all better
Everybody
look up
fail.
Gay Obama. This man
Everybody
destructive,
fail.
man.
Now, do me a favor. Do me a favor. What was the name of that company you were telling about?
Which one, BJ?
The radiation thing. No radiation actually.
Oh, it's like a body scan. I think I had saw it on some station called Cheddar TV or something, but just YouTube something about body scan, like $2,500 body scan.
All right, let me
Look
pull
that
that.
up.
Let me pull up
hmm
$2,500 body scan.
That wasn't me on the radiation. I think that was Shaq or Frank.
Is it Prenuvo?
hmm Let me see, BJ. Okay,
Is it
yeah,
called
that
Prenuvo
second right
2500?
there. No, that's it. $2,500 body scan healthcare future. That's it. Right there.
Okay,
Go back
I got
up.
it.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
No, not that one, BJ. Go
The
back
results,
to the
right?
other one.
Today
Go
we're
back.
doing the most advanced full body.
Go back
Oh, the
to
2,500. Okay, got you.
yeah, that one.
Right here.
$2,500 body scan healthcare future. Right there.
Advancements in preventative medicine have opened new pathways to proactively monitor our health. As interest in personalized wellness continues to increase, one company has entered the space with optimized full body imaging, Prenuvo.
Prenuvo is a direct-to-consumer multi-specialty group. We offer imaging services directly to patients. A whole body MRI, in our opinion, is the most efficient way to get ahead of diseases, to detect them when they are early.
At a price point of $2,500, Prenuvo offers patients a non-invasive full medical assessment of their anatomy, including the brain, skeletal, respiratory, urinary, and nervous systems. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian and TV host Maria Menounos have praised the scan as life-saving.
Doesn't use any ionizing radiation, so there's no cancer risk. And we don't even have to do a pinprick. We don't even have to do a needle in the clinic because we use what's called non-contrast imaging.
To gain insight into my personal health, I booked a scan at their 34th Street clinic in New York. With plenty of snacks and healthy beverages available in the common areas, Prenuvo feels more like a med spa than a hospital or a doctor's office. After completing the medical intake form, I was given a private changing room, put on some cozy scrubs, then headed into the MRI lab to meet with the radiologist. Despite some nerves, I was relieved to discover the scan chamber is specially designed to reduce claustrophobia.
Within the scanner, we have some unique innovations here. We have a system of mirrors that lets the patient actually watch TV and stream things like Netflix while they're in the MRI scanner.
The company's custom-built MRI scanners are uniquely calibrated to produce comprehensive diagnostic quality images, all in under 1 hour.
So we look at the whole body head to toe. Some parts we go and zoom in and do it even higher resolution, like the brain and the spine, and especially the prostate. And we see large things that are technically organs, like all the muscles, right? We see muscles, we see fat, we see bones. We see bones differently than you see them on an X-ray or a CT, but we actually see the inner part of the bone, the marrow. We see that better on MRI and with more detail.
Prenuvo scans for more than 500 different conditions, including kidney stones, cancer, and degenerative changes throughout the body, and can detect risk factors leading to diseases like diabetes.
We're diagnosing something definitively. If we see something like fatty liver or an aneurysm, you're never going to know if you have that unless you get imaged. There are other things where we might see a tumor. A minority of patients, something like 5%, will get information that, yes, they may have something quite serious, and we will make a recommendation as to what types of follow-up testing and specialists that they should see.
Dr. Duran says the imaging practice isn't meant to replace physicians, but instead allows a more generalist approach for patients curious about their health in conjunction with annual checkups.
It sort of begs for what can we do to empower that primary care model? What can we do to augment it? As we go into this future where primary care has to be hyper efficient, and where the information you get out of that interaction becomes super important because there's so many different therapies it could lead to, we think it begs for a partner.
Prenuvo currently operates outside of health insurance coverage, and while the price point may seem a bit high, the company has recently partnered with life insurance providers like John Hancock for discounted scans. Patients are also eligible to use their FSA or HSA accounts to cover the cost. A week following my scan, I was notified that my results were in. The medical reports and images are first published in the Pronuvo app and displayed in an accessible, categorized way, with easy-to-understand language outlining each finding. I was then set up with a virtual one-on-one with a healthcare professional to further interpret the findings.
They picked up a mucus retention cyst in your right maxillary sinus. If you ever had a cold or had congestion, you feel that your right side of your face has more pressure than the left. That's what this is. Heart looks good. Esophagus and the stomach clear. They are picking up mild degenerative spondyloarthropathic changes in your cervical spine. So the neck is showing mild wear and tear.
Running around New York City, carrying camera gear around, oftentimes everything is strapped to my back.
So maybe hire someone to do that work.
Overall, a clean bill of health.
We're seeing human biology unfold year to year, decade to decade. We're learning things about how the body and the organs and the skeletal system and the brain, how they morphologically, how their structure and anatomy changes with time.
Looking towards the future, the company is also investing heavily into artificial intelligence.
We do have some internal AI work, and we've used that largely for research purposes. What the future looks like is a massive amount of imaging data and other data like genomic data that was never available before. And then there will be pretty much per capita the same number or less physicians to care for an increasingly large and older population. So the only way for that physician and other provider kind of layer to deliver care well is to have some kind of AI, honestly, that sifts through it.
Skeptics in the medical community have expressed concern over MRI scans for asymptomatic patients. Some experts believe the data from these scans can potentially cause people stress and anxiety over benign findings and lead them to seek further treatment unnecessarily.
Skepticism is healthy in medicine. And I think that we are a really innovative company. And like a lot of innovative companies, there's a reason we exist. You look at medical innovations that are being used to deal with different parts of the healthcare access crisis. There are things like AI-enabled chatbots and all kinds of wearables and apps on your cell phone. And a lot of these things, I think, are fairly radical departures from conventional medicine. Pronuvo is different than that. We are a medical practice.
With $70 million raised in funding, the company is growing fast. Pronuvo currently operates 11 different centers in 8 states, with ambitions to expand into more cities and scale internationally.
In attaining that larger scale, we'll be able to help as many people as possible and also get to the size where we can start to potentially reduce price and make it more accessible for larger numbers of people.
That's a lot of money for a scan, man.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's
you know what I mean?
yeah, it may not be. You probably have to have a special case for them to do a body scan like that. Like I said, they would only do them the patients who were severely claustrophobic. But the good doctors know, because I know with my job injury, that's all my doctor had me take was MRI scans. Which MRIs, and he right, no radiation, that's all just magnets. It's just all magnets, like magnetic. That's it. They don't cause no harm to the body.
Gotcha.
They just doing a full body scan versus like an MRI. Because I remember I had an MRI or something on my lower back or upper neck, and it found something else. It showed something else. What it showed? It wasn't nothing serious, but I'm just saying how I can pick up other things that may not be detected, like they said on the X-ray or MRI. Since BJ, if you want to pull that study up, over 735,000 people, and you might as well times that number by 10, then died from misdiagnosis and treatments by physicians.
Well, yeah,
So why y'all not using something like that, the body scan?
Medical malpractice. Well, look, I'm gonna put this up here because hey Frank, are you ready to get scared again? Are you ready? Are you ready to get scared again? Hey Dawson, Are the Christians ready to shut their doors again? Hey, look. Hey, look. Are you ready to shut your doors again? They say that's what this just happened today. Oh my goodness, a school was shut down. Oh yes.
All right, it's a headline straight out of 2021, but it's happening right now. A Mid-South school had to shut its doors because of COVID cases.
We didn't think that would ever happen again.
Not like this.
But here we are. When students come back, there's going to also be some extra precautions. Fox 13's health reporter Mandy Rock went to Humboldt, Tennessee to see how the district is really trying to keep students and staff safe.
Just days into the new school year, COVID cases are creeping back up and causing an issue for some school districts. And it's caused Stegall Primary School in Humboldt to shut down so crews can sanitize the building. We spoke with Ginger Carver, the director of communications for Humboldt City Schools. She said over the past few days, many staff members and students at Stegall have either tested positive for the virus or started to develop symptoms. As a precautionary measure, the district asked parents to keep their students home today. Carver told us after dismissal on Monday, the custodial staff performed a deep clean and disinfected the entire building. When students return, Carver said teachers and staff will follow protocols to keep the classrooms and common areas disinfected. That includes cleaning desks and work surfaces after each class. She says the decision to shut down was not taken lightly, but keeping students healthy is top priority.
We want our students to be in school as much as possible, and instead of letting maybe things get out of hand, we wanted to go ahead and take this one day off and get the good clean disinfecting going on so that our students can come back to clean surfaces.
And classes are expected to resume tomorrow. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from a parent of the school and more from district leaders about what families can do to keep their kids from getting sick.
Well, school was shut down today. I mean, let's make sure I'm right now. I mean, well, you know what? Before I go to the next,
Meanwhile, at least
let me stop right there. I don't want to. Nassau County, New York did just ban masks for public safety. That's true. Now, earlier day in Richmond, Virginia, I saw a lot of people wearing the masks. Some of the kids go back to school wearing masks again. You know, I wish I could turn the page and, cut this movie off like don't touch that stereo, but unfortunately, this is going on every time. It's summer come around, the kids go back to school. Here we go. We got an outbreak. We got to shut down. Blah, blah, blah. Another shutdown also. Cisco, the company, they shut down 6,000. Then they laying off 6,000 people. And they always keep coming back with this COVID thing. Oh, my goodness. It's so bad. And I know the Christians, Dawson, how they going to get all scared and stuff. Let me go get my booster, please. Jesus, help me. Let me go get my booster. Well, unfortunately.
So why they not talking about Rand Paul, Senator Rand Paul in Congress has they won a fight or something. They got rid of gang of function so that can never happen anymore, right? Mixing animal viruses with human viruses to infect humans. So now they trying to go after Dr. Fauci. So why they ain't bringing up the cause of it, which is through Dr. Fauci, the DOD in China, whoever had it over here, who leaked it, which they had the virus over here anyway. China too, all of them had it. So why they not talking about the cause of it? That's number one. And number two, are these kids jabbed? Are they jabbed? And number three, they told y'all when the virus was happening, the masks do not work. I told everybody, I say, obviously this thing is airborne. Unless you get fitted for an N95 like I do in a hospital field, because when they fit us for those masks, they test us to see if any air coming out on side. When I tell you, it feel like you literally suffocating. If you ain't protected like that, you can get it. Of course, keep your immune system up and all that. So why is nobody asking those questions? I'm just curious. What is it the janitor center put the damn purifiers in there? If they jabbed, hey man, If it's replicating, figure that out. Because we know that virus is replicating. BJ, y'all done seen these people with these COVID cases.
Well, you stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move to don't touch that stereo for a minute because hold on. Here we go again. Now they got an excuse for something else. Here we go.
These 40 Olympic athletes have tested positive for COVID-19 in
Hey,
Paris
oh
since
my
those games
gosh.
began 2 weeks ago. All of this comes as the World Health Organization issued a new warning about a spike in cases in at least 84 countries. All of this is raising concerns about how big this summer COVID wave really is and how we can protect ourselves against these new variants. NBC News medical fellow Dr. Akshay Sayal joins me with more right now. Dr. Sayal, I mean, even anecdotally, we've seen people report these spikes. Why are we seeing another spike right now? And what makes this summer spike different than last summer spike?
Hey, Morgan, look, the bottom line here, I talked to some virologists in reporting this story, and people are surprised, actually, that we're seeing summer waves this many years into the pandemic, Morgan. You can see a map on your screen there. This virus is everywhere right now. The WHO holding a briefing this week saying it's increasing in their 84 countries that they look at. So, I myself, Morgan, actually in reporting this story also became symptomatic and tested positive here in Los Angeles, which is a hotspot right now. Yeah, it's, a lot of people are getting sick right now, Morgan. And what really makes this year different, I talked to Dr. Ashish Jha, who, as you remember, was the former White House COVID task force leader. And Morgan, he thinks this may be the worst summer wave we're going to have in terms of infection, which is pretty surprising this many years into the pandemic. You can see here some numbers. Morgan, just from a hospital about a mile or so away from you, NYU Langone Health, over twice as many people testing positive this July compared to last July in 2023, Morgan.
First and foremost, I hope you feel better. Secondly, I mean, what exactly are we talking about here, Dr. Sayal? How severe? When we first were talking COVID back in 2020, and even before that, we didn't really know what it was at the tail of 2019. We were talking hospitalizations. There was risk of death. That was the big concern. Now, COVID almost feels like it's become synonymous for a lot of people with flu-like symptoms or cold symptoms that, as we knew it before. What are we seeing with this latest wave?
Well, that's where I get to give you some good news here, Morgan. That number you saw on your screen just a few minutes ago, that 1,300 positive tests at NYU, only about 10 or so of those patients have been admitted to the hospital, and only one is actually intubated on a breathing machine, Morgan. So yes, there's a lot of cases right now. There's a lot of virus going around. But the good news, unlike prior summers we've had, that hospitalization and deaths remain low, Morgan.
All right, NBC News medical.
Well. Back to the snap. Here we go again with that nonsense. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure we're about to see a clown show again, a mask and what they call it? How can I put it? Mask and what else? Oh, mask and come get your booster. Come get your booster. Come get your booster. Come get your booster. Here we go again, Dawson. Hey, look, let me get my jet back, please. I like to get a boost to. Unfortunately, I like to get a boost downward into not living anymore. Unfortunately, we've been good for 3 years. Yeah, man, you've been good for 3 years, right? Hey, look, man, I don't know what the hell going on. I mean, Dawson, how you feeling? You feeling all right? Any regrets? Any regrets over not taking the magic potion? Frank, you got any regrets?
Yeah, I didn't take this shit. But look. Are you not taking? Hell no, I don't. But look, check this out. Look, so now it's in Africa. See what they did, just like when the pandemic, they had. You notice they had different countries, and they was doing the same thing as America. That lets you know they're all on the same thing. It's
global.
All right. It's a global reset, man. Like, man.
Well, I know Dawson don't have no regrets because she was sounding alarmed in. You got no regrets over not taking it, I'm sure.
These motherfuckers, man.
Well,
in Africa, but see, and Africa, they the biggest sellouts, dude. Or besides black people, or these certain black leaders over here. But they the biggest. They have some big ass sellouts, man. Them motherfuckers, they love the European boy. Ooh, ain't nothing the European. they will not do for that motherfucker. If that motherfucker say jump, they'll be like, man, do you want me to jump out? What do you want me to use a parachute in this motherfucker?
You're right. And they
Real
talking
shit.
about Project 2025. That's right. They telling you about Project 2025. What about this project that's been running on you in the last 4 years? You're damn right. This project. As a matter of fact, come think about it. Here we go. Because they just declared the monkeypox an international public health.
Pox has been reported in the Democratic Republic of the Congo for more than a decade. And the number of cases reported each year has increased steadily over that period. Last year, reported cases increased significantly, and already the number of cases reported so far this year has exceeded last year's total, with more than 14,000 cases and 524 deaths. Today, the emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of Mpox in eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported Mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. In addition to other outbreaks of other clades of Mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
All right. Now, where did he say he from? The Democratic Republic of Congo. You know an anchor that's on TV from the Democratic Republic of Congo named Joy Reid. Is she saying anything about this? I ain't heard Joy Reid say nothing about it. Have you? Oh, my bad. Sorry to bust your bubble, but that's where Joy Reid is from, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Then that's what he said the outbreak is happening at. That's mighty funny because there's a coup they trying to run in Democratic Republic of the Congo right now. Does anybody know about that? So maybe that's why they come with this Mpox. They don't call it monkeypox anymore. They call it Mpox for short. By the way.
Has she mentioned that on her show, BJ?
No, she too busy trying to lick Kamala Harris' pussy. Shit. Fuck that.
Damn.
Shit. He ain't talking about nothing. Now watch this. Let me try to pull this up because I'm gonna tell you, Democratic Republic of Congo, they think they're trying to run a coup over there. That's no wonder why he's saying that that's why he mentioned. Oh, that's where the outbreak happened at. Bullshit. Damn liar. And he said, we declare this an international emergency. Yeah, right here. Damn. Look, what's behind the coup attempt in the Democratic Republic of the Congo? It's right here.
2 days on, a deadly coup attempt in Congo continues to raise questions. 6 people died, including the coup leader, who'd also recruited the American-born son of his. Dozens were arrested after the assault on the presidential palace on Kinshasa and on the home of a close ally of the president.
Felix, you out! Felix, calling for the downfall of President Felix Tshisekedi, Christian Malanga live-streamed this video of his fighters at the presidential palace in the middle of their attack. Waving the country's former flag, and with his 21-year-old American-born son at his side, it's not clear what the self-declared leader of a government in exile hoped to achieve in his nighttime assault with the president absent. Before breaking into the palace, the attackers had struck here, the home of a close Tshisekedi ally. 2 guards, as well as one of the assailants, were killed in what officials described as an assassination attempt.
When we arrived, we were shocked to see a frontline situation. It was a battlefield. We found hundreds and hundreds of shell cases here, and the forensic investigators had cordoned off all the neighborhoods. There were bodies on the ground, outside, inside, wounded people, blood everywhere.
The army regained control within hours, saying on Sunday that it thwarted an attempted coup and that the plotters had been planning to attack the homes of more top officials, but couldn't find them. Malanga was killed while reportedly resisting arrest at the palace. while his young son was among dozens of suspects detained by the authorities, alongside 2 more American citizens and other foreigners. But some in Kinshasa had been left questioning how dozens of armed men were able to attack multiple locations in the capital before being stopped.
The way these operations were carried out, I don't think that in a sovereign state, in the middle of the capital, in the city centre, that assailants can storm a minister's house or the Palais de la Nation without the authorities being informed.
The opposition has also raised questions about the so-called coup attempt, with one party calling for an international investigation into Sunday's events.
So I just want to mention this, Joy Reid, before I get off here. I'm going to play this video as AI clone, then I'm out. But Joy Reid, why am I getting to report this news of what's going on in the Democratic Congo, which I've been knowing about this, but you don't even report on this? What the hell is going on? Okay? Can you please, somebody get Joy Reid on Twitter or something to talk to me? Because what you right, Rashawn Green, she bald now. She not talking about it, she's bald now. Yes. Okay. Yeah, coup happened here too. But I'm just saying that now they come up and say we got the Mpox going on. No. Y'all trying to continue this coup. That's what you're doing. See, don't be fooled. When they talk about what they trying to do, throttle economies, cause economic hard times. That's what these so-called scamdemics are about. It ain't about no goddamn sickness, man. That's a damn lie. And that damn Tedros know he lying. No, you are trying to overthrow all the governments of the world with the people who live in these lands to form your own thing. And yes, you're right, Rashawn Green. Also, he got a good comment right here. This is who? Hitler's wet dream. That's what he says in the comment section. I'm going to just go ahead with that. Might be a reality.
I love it. I love it.
That ain't no dream. This shit is becoming a reality.
I love it.
But it seemed like
and did we look him up? He not even a doctor. He a veterinary. Which one of them was a veterinary? Was it the CEO of Pfizer or this Tedros guy?
Pfizer. Yeah.
Okay.
What's his name? Yeah. Now the other guy, I think he an Ethiopian. But I just want to bring this up.
Yeah, he is.
Why are we reporting this? But why Joy Reid ain't reporting this? Ain't you from the Democratic Party of Congo? Or you so far up Kamala Harris ass, you ain't even gonna talk about what's going on.
So let's go all in her on Twitter then. I'm gonna hit her up on Twitter. Why you ain't talking about this, Joy Reid?
Because she's so far stuck up Kamala Harris ass. That's
exactly.
Why. Now, Frank, I want to play this for you, but maybe Joy Reid, you know, she been looking like a clone lately with that hairdo. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Hey, man.
Boy, she had to take that Trump wig off, didn't she?
Man.
She took that Trump wig off.
Hey, look.
They went in on, and boy, have y'all seen that head, that forehead, that hair, that bald-headed, you know what I was saying, what they used to say back in the day, bald-headed H's with an S at the end.
Well, Project Fitz said, bald head scallywag, ain't no hand back. That's what he said, bald head scallywag. Project Fitz said that in Mr. Don't Play. But I'm just gonna say this. I do think, because like I said, every time they bring this thing around, these scamdemics, they're trying to cause some economic downturn, some calamities somewhere. And this is where they're gonna try to, obviously over there in Democratic Congo, they want some land or something. They mentioned the word Americans were involved now. So yeah. NATO probably, other people. Notice, you got to understand something. Only thing about it is, I would say that the American government, if I were you, I would probably stop saber-rattling with some of these countries, because, you know, a lot of these African nations have combined with Russia and a couple other nations with some backup. See, they don't went to Russia.
That's true.
To get some help now, okay? So you really trying to smite them, but they're just being honest. A lot of these African nations, they're not even, that's why they joining BRICS. They're not even dealing with you no more. So it's kind of like, You trying to bully people, but they trying to move another direction. Now, the smart thing would be to leave Ukraine alone. They won't tell you how many people in Ukraine have died. They will not tell you that for some odd reason. I just think it's crazy that they won't tell you how many people in Ukraine have died. And this shit been going on for 2 years.
Nah, wait a minute. Hold on. Talk about how the Ukraine soldiers is killing their own people. The same in Israel.
Yep.
It wasn't Hamas that killed all those Israelis. It was the Israeli army. Look it up. It's a law.
Yep.
And it's even a law in the Israeli army. You can kill another soldier. Talking about if you feel another soldier may be a victim to Hamas or maybe can get captured, you can kill them. They was killing their own soldiers. No, these people diabolical, man.
Yep. Yeah. The Ukraine and Russia did have something going this weekend. But and as a matter of fact, y'all remember this. When Benjamin Netanyahu came over here, a couple of days later, Iran got attacked. They killed somebody over there. Remember that? So always pay attention when they making a move. See, the funny thing is, I'm telling people, they are gonna really declare war without. They actually have already declared it on us anyway. Let's be real. But they're going to declare war literally, and they're not even going to tell the American public. The only people that's going to know is online. This is how crazy this shit going to be, man. I can already see the way they're going with it. And besides those, I mean, like I said, I mean, unfortunately for the, I guess the congregation, can the church say amen, please? Will y'all turn that stereo on or whatever y'all got in that head or whatever's left? Because I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's left in there. I mean, Frank telling me you donate $15,000 to. I mean, look, ain't nothing wrong with 50, but what are you getting out of it? If you ain't getting nothing for the same thing you came up yesterday, I just hate to tell you.
Who donated the 4,000? Wait, what happened?
If the person who donated the money to the church is in the same position they was last week,
right?
You did a bad job. You've been pimped, hoodwinked, bamboozled, and you are officially, like this next video I'm about to play, an AI clone, which I'm about to show you this right now, Frank.
Welcome back. The promise of generative AI is shaking up the technology world and the markets. Industry giants set to invest an estimated $1 trillion into artificial intelligence over the coming years. One company at the forefront of it all is Delphi, with the launch of their groundbreaking AI clones. The company offering users the ability to create digital versions of themselves, from company CEOs to YouTubers and celebrities, that can help manage the workload, from answering questions to sitting in on Zoom calls via a clone. Joining me now is the co-founder of Delphi, Dara Lajevardian, and making his first ever television appearance is Dara's AI clone. Dara, thank you for joining us. Dara's clone, thank you for joining us. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for having me.
And I want to start by asking your clone a couple of questions, none of which have been sent to you in advance or your company before now. To Dara's clones, let me ask you what you believe the purpose or the uses of having a clone really is for.
The purpose of having a clone is to scale your unique way of thinking and interacting. It allows you to share your knowledge, experiences, and personality with others in a personalized way. This can be incredibly valuable for mentoring, teaching, or even just sharing your insights with a broader audience. What aspect of cloning interests you the most?
Well, what I really want to get to is what are the disadvantages, and is this going to hurt me in any way? I mean, if I set up a clone of myself, for example, to help me at work, how will you be protecting my company's proprietary material?
Great question. We take security very seriously. Your company's proprietary material is protected through strict data privacy measures and encryption. Only authorized users can access your clone, and you have full control over what information it can share. This ensures your sensitive data remains secure while you benefit from the clone's capabilities. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, I'll ask the questions. And my next question is, how am I going to prevent someone else from creating a clone of myself? And how am I going to ensure that someone creating a clone of myself is not going to abuse it?
We manually verify every user who signs up to create a clone by requiring a photo of them holding their ID. This ensures only you can create your clone. Unauthorized use results in a permanent ban. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say I have a clone of myself. How do I ensure that that clone is going to answer the questions that that clone is being asked as the way that I would want those questions answered? In other words, how well will that clone know me?
Your clone will know you well because it learns from the content you provide. You can upload blog, posts, videos, and other materials that reflect your knowledge and style. Plus, you can engage in interactive Q&A sessions to fine-tune its responses. What kind of content would you start with?
Well, I'm still researching this. Let me bring in the real Dara so that I could talk with you, Dara, and your thoughts on using a clone. Why would this be important, and why would I need this, Dara?
Thank you, Maria. And my clone, great job on the responses. What Delphi does is not only provide access to one-on-one learning that previously was not accessible. It allows people like you to reach more people in your authentic way. You already try to scale yourself by, writing. You've written a couple of books. You're on a couple of TV shows. You're scaling yourself. You're hiring team members and training them in your way of thinking, but it loses the one-on-one authenticity of you. And that's what we're really trying to maintain here with Delphi.
Well, thank you for mentioning my books, and one of my books, The 10 Laws of Enduring Success. Dara, I want to get your take on how much trust you put in this clone. In other words, are you sure that your clone is going to be answering questions and doing things the way you want them done?
So we have a strictness score. And for now, if you want it to be completely safe, you would put it on the highest strictness, and it will only say things that it's trained on. The negatives of that is usually when you ask for advice or when you ask someone a question, you're really asking for applied information. So maybe I'm saying, what would you do in my situation? And that would require capturing your reasoning and applying that to my new situation. That is kind of the end goal of the company, that the clone can also be verifiably predictive of what you might say in new situations.
Dara, and the real Dara, do you believe that in the coming years, most people will have their own clone, or most people will have a robot? I mean, are we going to a place where robots will be talking to robots, clones talking to clones, and eliminating humans?
So the goal of Delphi is not automation, but rather augmentation. I think that humans will always opt to learn from and converse with real humans because there are experiences behind those humans. I don't fully buy the AI therapist that's going to help you with everything in your life because it lacks humanity. There's no experiences behind that. And so what clones do is actually give humans the scale of AI. AI is never stopping. It's generating 24/7. The internet is supposed to be 96% AI by 2026. But when you have a clone, you can reach that scale as a human and make sure that your specific words are out there reaching people.
AI clone, are you expecting to take over the world? Do you expect most people will have clones and it will be a clone-dominated world?
I don't expect clones to take over the world, but I do think they'll become a big part of it.
I see. So the clone will outlive the human for sure.
Yes, your clone can outlive you. It preserves your knowledge and personality, allowing future generations to learn from and interact with you. Imagine your great-great-grandkids building a relationship with you. What legacy would you want to leave behind?
Okay, I notice you end every answer with a question, which is very interesting. I want to thank you, Dara Jabardian, and your AI clone. Great conversation. Thank you.
Wow, bro. Is this real or what's up with this, man?
Well, wait, no. Wait a minute now. I got a question. Have some of my people that you know been cloned remember this?
This is so burnt, man.
They were getting your DNA through what? Those tests, remember? You asked you, we want your DNA. How you know the person beside you talking to might not be a clone? How the hell you know? They just said we want to be 96% AI, the internet by 2026. That ain't nothing but 2 years away, right? I mean, Think about how crazy the interview was. That they actually would do this shit on live. Hey, Dawson, you know what? You're right. They got to show you what they're going to do before they do it. They just got to show you. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll show you. We'll show you again. We'll show you again. Oh, we'll do it one more time. Are you
try to find my way back to you, baby. Hey,
what do you think about
hey,
the
look,
AI clone thing, man? What do you think, man?
yeah, I was just on the phone with Marcus. Yeah, he said you know about their company. Yeah, they've been stem cell and all that back in the day. Yeah, but bro, did you know anything about this Social Security data breach? Did you bring that up yet? They hacked
Let me
in
pull up
Social
one more
Security
thing.
2.6 billion motherfucking niggas. Shit.
I thought I pulled up something on a data breach a couple weeks ago, but this might be something different. So let's pull it up just to make sure. Social Security data breach, you say, right?
Yeah, Social Security, yep, data breach.
All right, that'd be my last one. I'll pull it up. Data. Oh, it came right up. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, he called me. He's like, man, I had to call and let you know, man. You know I had to put you up on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You know what? I
it's
was
dirty.
talking about this earlier. All right. Hello, guys. Let's make this a good one right here.
Consider this your sign to stock up on signage. Because right now at Vistaprint, all signs are 20% off. So you can bring in business with durable.
Social Security is a key economic issue that.
Let me be clear. This ain't no goddamn breach, okay? Hello, this ain't no breach. Dawson, before I even play the video, do you think that Social Security had a breach or you think this was them doing that? Which one you think? I don't think no breach. Ain't no breach.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
All right, I just want to know, ain't no breach.
That is top of mind for U.S. voters. New surveys show while most Americans are worried about future funding of the government program, many.
That's not it. Here we go.
Almost every American Social Security number may have been leaked in a massive data breach. The data stolen from national public data was reportedly dumped on a dark web forum by a hacking group called USDOD. The group, which is offering to sell the stolen records, claims to have personal data for everyone in the U.S., UK, and Canada. People potentially affected are advised to monitor their credit reports and manage their passwords effectively. Now, this alert comes as the 2025 Social Security cost of living adjustment is projected to be about 2.5%. That's the smallest increase since 2021.
Whoa. Wow. All right. Okay, here we go. 2.7 billion person. Wait a minute. That's the same one. Let me see if I can find another video. It might be a little bit. 3 billion Social Security numbers leaked on the dark web. Now here go the suspect. Now they got a suspect now.
Maybe a warning tonight to keep an eye out.
Now, I want to know, you got this suspect. Only thing I'm asking, how you get the suspect, how you know, and I know it's more than one person doing this. Don't tell me no one person did this on their own. Okay. Just putting it. They said they got a suspect though. So, you know.
On your bank accounts.
Yeah, this is pretty scary. Nearly every American's Social Security number may have been leaked. A hacking group claims that they stole nearly 3 billion records of personal information, including names, Social Security numbers, and addresses for everyone in the U.S., UK, and Canada, and leaked it on a forum. It's believed that the data was stolen from the National Public Data, a business that assembles profiles for people and sells that data for background checks. Experts say you should monitor your credit reports for fraudulent activity. You can also ask the credit bureaus to place a freeze on your credit accounts to prevent anyone from trying to open a bank account or taking out a loan in your name.
A Valley student is arrested after bringing a gun to school. This happened August 1st on the first day of school.
Man, hold on.
Phoenix.
I ain't asked for that, but okay, whatever. But I will say this. Go ahead, Shaq. You brought it up. Go ahead and comment on that. What do you think about it? Well, actually, Marcus brought it. Well, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. Yep. All your information. Remember, Tie this into, like you say, the AI, tie this into the Starlink, tie this into the real ID. They got all your information is linked to. They linking all your information. So it ain't nowhere to hide, ain't nowhere to win.
Now,
Good point. That's a good point. That real ID was some bullshit. That was just for them illegals, right? To separate you from the illegals. That's all that was. You get this ID because these illegals, you know what I'm saying? We giving them because they was getting them driver's license out here, especially places like out here in California.
They giving them social security numbers. Dude,
yeah.
The social security, when they create that shit, that's a credit card. That's your
Well, it's a credit card debt is up,
in
brother.
the system.
It's way up. It's a credit card debt the highest it's ever been. That's what they said the other day. Unfortunately.
Nearly.
That's what they say. They say people don't know whether they what to get to pay the electric bill or eat or put food on the table. So that's how it's going. But
yeah, that conversation
breaking up. Jack, you kind of went out. What the?
That says a lot.
Well,
for them to even do something like that, and they're trying to say, "Oh, the free will," and so they always do something, and they always try to make it seem like it's an accident, like it's unintentional. You notice that?
This was no accident.
Like this happened.
This was no accident.
Let's try to play it off.
All right. Well, look, I'm on. Family, let's be real. But let me say, I'm about to close up this part. It's been really entertaining. I'm for sure people, maybe y'all, when y'all see Kamala Harris walking the line this year, I mean, when she finally becomes AK this year, I guess you have a redoing a walking the line. Just call me. Maybe I'll watch. Right. It is what it is. Go ahead, Dawson. This was very entertaining. Thanks for coming on. What you got? Anything new down the pike? Oh, there you go. He's back. Yep.
I am your father.
Hey, but that real ID, hey, Shaq. Hey, look, hey, Shaq, that was a good point you brought out though with that. So that basically, I see what you're saying. So all that information, they gather that much more information from people. I mean, once they got your information, especially social media, all this, there's so many different ways they can get you. You know what I mean?
Everything,
they have
email. Everything you gotta do, you gotta log in with an email, cell phone number or email, bro. All that shit is gonna tie to your social security number. Everything, your addresses, your alias, whatever alias you use, nickname you use, all that shit is tied in. It's gonna be tied into it, bro. All your data, search histories on your phone, your devices, your voice, your biometrics is logged into everything, bro. You want to do it?
Well, Dawson, you still there? I'm gonna let her start with closing out. If she on mute, it's okay. I'll just let you and Frank do it, but it what it is. I've been on quite a while, longer than usual actually. But hey, look, it is what it is. Got a couple moves to make this weekend, but I want to point this out, Frank. The movie Deadpool, I think it's Deadpool and Wolverine. I find it very interesting. The song they got is In Sync on the soundtrack. Bye, bye, bye.
What?
In Sync. Justin Timberlake and them. Bye, bye, bye. That's part of the soundtrack of the movie. I just find that very interesting.
See, they give you the truth in these movies, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Deadpool. and Wolverine. Go figure. Deadpool is out now. But it's just interesting how they put it out there. But go ahead, man. Challenge information, Frank.
All right, man. Where y'all could holler at me, check me out. XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube, XX Frank Nitty XX on Facebook, and then you got Frank Jones 8115. XX Frank Nitty XX on Instagram, and then you got Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram too. But yeah, man, we gotta stay on it, man, and stay. We gotta keep our foots on their neck, man. Now all of a sudden they trying to say that Kamala is leading the polls on this bullshit. It's just that would not be a good thing if we had somebody like. I know the states and shit, states control everything, but that would not be good if people like Kamala Harris, some motherfucker like that was running the motherfucking country. Just really wouldn't make no sense to me. But that just goes to show where a lot of our people are at. A lot of our people are just we control. We're all in our emotions and our feelings. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, Shaq, what you got?
Yep. Hey Frank, so hold on. Do I follow XX Frank on Instagram or what? Huh?
Say it again.
Okay, what happened now?
Can you hear me?
Were you asking me, Shaq? My bad.
No, your Instagram profile. You got two Instagram profiles?
I got one. Yeah, Frank Jones 8115. That's the other one, and the XX Frank Nitty XX. That's the other one. I gotta start using this camera. I got a camera, man. I gotta start using this camera. Shall I stop playing? So I'm gonna start upping my my social media shit, man. I gotta stop fucking around and shit. I'm just gonna start doing individual videos, man. Because you know what I'm saying, and just regular videos besides the live and shit like that. That'll help too, and just get our shit out more, man. And yeah, man, we just gotta stay vigilant, man. To stay on these people, man, because they're using all types of weird propaganda when it comes down to these motherfucking these candidates and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if the RFK shit, if that's stage or a psyop, or I don't know if the what's the name shit is staged and it's a psyop. But they definitely if it's not, what does that tell you about how if they messing with these political candidates and people that are already in office and politicians, what that tell you? And they're picking and choosing and they're not messing with certain ones, what does that tell you? That's not good for regular motherfuckers like us. See what I'm saying?
So hold on, RFK is running on the Democrat side.
Said he's still he's still a Democrat. I thought he was an independent. I thought he switched.
He's an independent. He's an independent, but he always been
a Democrat.
Yeah.
What's that? What does that tell you? They messing with he's been in politics. They messing with him. So
what if Kamala decided to drop out at the last minute and give us shit over to RFK?
She'll get to choose all that. She'll get to choose. She'll get to keep most of that APEC money. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why she didn't give the RFK, because it's that when he let that happen, because RFK talks against one medical experiment they don't like. All right, now let me bring this up before I go. Demeter Miles has put a book out called The Bible Chronicles According to Whom. It is done, the first of its kind, unconventionally written series discussing the evolution of war, God, government, written in love, but warning you might get tripped. Get your copy now, link in the comments. So I will be getting this book sooner or later.
I'm gonna have to support. I'm gonna have to support to get it too, man.
She's a great lady.
Oh yeah.
I will.
From that perspective too. My bad, preacher. But from that perspective, and that I would definitely support that and get that. Yeah, I also got my copy of the Constitution coming. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Articles of Confederacy coming too, man. All in one book, man. You get that for like $5 or $6, man.
Hey, you know some of the
where you order yours at?
Shit, I just got it from Walmart, the little Walmart, what's the name? The little Walmart, online on Walmart and shit. I was like, fuck it. I had an account with them motherfuckers before. I really don't like Walmart, but fuck them. I was like, because I couldn't get it from on Amazon, man, or anything. I'm like, fuck it. Let me just get it on from there, you know. I got my Barron's Black Law Dictionary. I got it got all dusty though, man. I gotta wipe it down, man, because it got all day. I gotta start using it, man. You know what I'm saying? But that Black Law Dictionary ain't no joke. That's another thing, man. Redecoding some of these phrases and some of these words and all that shit with that shit, man. And some of these meanings of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how this government gets away with a lot of this shit. Municipalities do these language, man. Remember, a lot of this so-called.
They say that the Indians was extinct.
A lot of that Latin shit they be using in this law, you know. A lot of this shit is Latin. Double. That's why these fucking motherfuckers always double talking all the fucking time. All these politicians. But guess what? Kamala Harris wasn't double talking when she told your motherfucking ass she ain't gonna do nothing for black people. That wasn't no double talk.
Well,
straightforward.
She didn't do that, but she, like I pointed to earlier, she gave a lot to the Asian American Pacific Islands. But it's all good. But I just want to say this: y'all have a excellent night. I would say, don't worry about don't get scared because it's gonna be all right. And don't donate $15,000 neither. but take your time.
All right, for sure, Salute.
All right,
yeah, man. Yep.
All right.